Tyson Fury, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. Just hearing these names makes you think money and the hundreds of millions of dollars, pounds or Saudi riyals in boxing. But that's at the top. At the bottom, it isn't quite the same. Even for those on the rise, there's not an awful lot of cash in the boxing world. And if you're just starting out, well, it can be a very costly exercise indeed. But don't take my word for it. Here's the former European champion, talkSPORT's Spencer Oliver.
You're turning professional and you're boxing, let's say, York Hall on a non-televised fight. You have to sell tickets to earn any money, but you have to cover the wages of your opponent as well. So if you don't have the ability to be able to sell enough tickets, you effectively have to pay to fight.
A far cry then from Jake Paul facing Mike Tyson in 2024, when the purse was reported to be around £48 million. But the vast amounts of cash lining the top dog's pockets isn't the norm in a typical fight.
Let's say you're lucky and you get between 5 and 10 grand. You're going to get 10 grand max for that. 10% goes to the trainer, 25% goes to the manager. Then we've got the tax man to pay as well. So we're cutting that money in at least half. So now you've got 5 grand for a 10-week camp. So you're talking about a guy here earning, he might be clearing 500 quid a week. How do you support a family on that? So boxers chase the dream. And, you know, there's probably 2% of them that actually make it.
So say you do make it and you start to rise up the ranks. Strikers Boxing, a training academy, says the mid-tier fighters can earn more, somewhere between £10,000 and £50,000 a fight, depending on record, profile, opponent and popularity of weight class. It's only at the top level does the real cash start flowing in, with the top-tier professionals, i.e. those going for titles, earning 6 figures a fight. Something else you'll have heard of is the terms prize fighter or journeyman. A prize fighter is, as it sounds, someone who picks up fights where they can and gets a nice big check if they win. Journeymen are the fighters who take on up-and-comers, effectively used for experience in the ring. Even if they're going up against a real prospect, a young Anthony Joshua, for example, these guys will be lucky to earn more than 10 grand. So the average boxer isn't as rich as you'd think.
Aston Villa. Let's get in there.
Anywhere you go now, baby, I see your sun is shining, but I will make a fuss, though it's obvious.
Yes, good morning. I think we'll be getting plenty of that this morning. It's Monday, it's the 22nd of December. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark's Real Sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale, and it's now on. Check out arnoldclark.com. Now with you this wonderful, wonderful Monday morning, it's myself, Ally McCoist, and the one and only Gabby Agbonlahor, who, if you can't see, is dancing. The arms are going. Here we go. And it's Aston Villa. Tell you what
a weekend.
Hey,
gets in there.
Well, I tell you what, at 5 minutes past 6, I'm going early, Gabby.
Yes.
Again, I think I went early last Thursday in my deep joy at giving Big Al stick when I went Villa and Rangers for the league. I think I went early. But certainly not with the Villa.
Yeah, Ali, honestly.
Oh, of course. Listen, Gab, what a run they're on.
It's 10 in a row. 10 games in all competitions in a row. It's 7 Premier League wins in a row.
The last time they lost was Liverpool away, where the first goal was a mistake they gifted Liverpool. Everyone yesterday, apart from Morgan Rogers, was below their normal level.
Yeah.
I thought Manchester United done very well. I thought Villa are off it. It smelt of a bogey team. You know, our record against Manchester United is very poor in the Premier League era.
It is, actually.
But one player, it didn't affect, and it's not affecting him at the moment, anything. It's Morgan Rogers. He single-handedly won that game for Aston Villa.
Well, I tell you what, there's no debate right now. Right now, there's no debate. If England are playing in a World Cup match right now of serious knockout match,
big one,
semi-final, quarter-final, whatever it'd be, he plays.
And the other players wouldn't even moan. That's how good he is, Ali. Bellingham, Foden, Palmer, Eze, they're like fair play. You know what? He deserves it. What he's doing, Ali, the space he gets into, and now what he's doing is
finishing.
Get goals and assists now.
Never mind his space, man. What about his quality of finishing?
Exactly. And that's something that he even spoke a few weeks ago to talkSPORT and said, you know what, he wants to finish, his finishing to be better, his final ball to be better. Even when he turns now, it's first time into Watkins. When he gets a little bit of space, he's taking shots now. He's worked on his finishing. Star player, and only 23, Ali, and only cost
ridiculous,
Aston Villa 8 million, and with add-ons goes up to 12 or 13 million. Yes, 2 years in January.
Nowadays, that's a snap. Well, brilliant weekend for Villa. Brilliant weekend for Villa. Also, big wins for Arsenal and City.
Yes.
And obviously, Hearts. Got to give Hearts a mention.
100%. 100%.
And a well-deserved win too. I was up at Newcastle for Gabby. Might be one of the best games I've seen this season. What a game it was.
Back and forth.
Oh, mate, open. Really open. Wide open. Newcastle, first 45 minutes were out of this world.
Was it the Newcastle that we were used to seeing last season?
Yeah.
The Newcastle that got top four. The Newcastle
I've never seen them as aggressive.
Playing at St James's Park.
Closing people down. And I thought, oh, here we go. It could have been 3-4 anything. And then Chelsea, be fair to them. Maresco had a go at half time, must have a go, and then they came out, scored 2 goals. And listen, mate, I know we'll talk about it. And I know you're on Cundy's side. And I know you're on the Harris side. There has never been a bigger penalty for me in my life, right? Honestly. I'm not having it, Gab. And I know you're going to say me, the Shearer's, I do take it Shearer might be a little bit more biased than I am.
Maybe.
I just think he takes him out.
Yeah.
You know, sure.
Do you think he's getting to the ball if he doesn't touch him?
I don't think that's anything to do with it.
I don't think so.
I think regardless of where the ball is.
I think if the referee gives it, it's not overturned.
Yeah.
No way. But I don't think the ref doesn't give it. They're probably looking at it and saying, it's body to body. Yes, he's late. It's a tough one to give for me. But if you give it, then Chalobah, City challenge. No need for it.
What a game it was, Gab. Honestly.
And so I
loved it, mate.
I watched the highlights afterwards.
I absolutely loved it. You know, one of those games, I swear, God, I didn't want it to end.
Yes.
I did not want it to end. It was brilliant.
I was watching my lad play.
How'd it go on?
I watched my daughter and my lad play.
Brilliant.
He was terrible, mate.
Did he not play well?
Ali, he was giving me some on the sideline.
Oh, no.
I was like, come on, you're meant to be playing on the right. My 10-year-old, he's like, shut up. I'm just like, okay, don't reply because it's gonna go like up to 0 to 100. And then I got in the car and listened to talkSPORT last 20 minutes of the game. But
brilliant.
I just seen this. I was checking the score rally. I'm like, oh, it's already 2-0. I miss it. You know, you demoed, you're missing the top game.
I know. It was
the kids' football
mate.
come first.
Oh, tell you what, you saw a top game. Morgan Rogers, 2 goals, extended Villa's winning run to 10 matches in all competition. I mean, that's terrific. Their best top flight run since 1914. During that run, they've beaten the likes of Bournemouth, Brighton, Arsenal, and a 2-1 win against United at home. They've also managed wins at Spurs and at home to Manchester City. Gabby, I don't care what anybody says. At this moment in time, they have to be contenders.
You know what I don't understand is that I seen a clip on social media this morning. It was Dion Dublin and Wayne Rooney on Match of the Day. Dion Dublin says, rightly so, that yes, they're in the title race. Aston Villa, you have to look at what they've done so far. These headphones don't even work. Are terrible, mate. And then he went on to Wayne Rooney, and he asked him the same question, and Rooney says, I don't think they're in a title race. You know, I think Arsenal and Manchester City are better teams than them. And everyone's thinking to themselves, well, Villa comfortably beat Manchester City, comfortably.
Yeah.
Tight game with Arsenal. They win in the last minute. They've already beat the 2 teams you're talking about, Mr. Rooney. 1 point behind Manchester City and 3 points behind Arsenal. So his argument
That's
is
what I'm looking
invalid.
at. That's exactly what
his
I'm looking
argument's invalid.
Point behind City and 3 behind Arsenal.
Ali, they've won 11 of the last 12, Villa.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
10 in a row all comps, 7 in a row in the Premier League, but 11 of the last 12 they've
Fantastic,
won in
mate.
the Premier League.
That is at that level, with that standing opposition, no matter who you're playing, 11 remarkable. 2, Gab's got to be said, 2 massive games coming up for the Villa, Chelsea and Arsenal, both away. And after a game in Emery, as you would expect, absolutely buzzing with the result and the form of his team. But he said these games will tell him where exactly his squad will be.
Next week, Chelsea. And everything we did is done, and now Chelsea. And Chelsea, of course, how we are in the table with now some point in advantage of them, but they are contended more than us to be in the top 5, top 4, top 3. Now we are top 3, of course, with Arsenal and with Manchester City. Wow, they are really being fantastic, performing fantastic like we are. But of course, they are contended and we are not. Or we started like a team. We weren't contended to be in the top 7, top 6, top 5, top 4, top 3, and we are now. Of course, we are ambitious and we are realistic, but as well ambitious, and we are not going to refuse nothing about how we are in the table and how we can get in the next week the challenge against Chelsea. Of course, they are favorite, but we are going to play with the 4 we have, and hopefully we can perform, we can prepare the game and get our game plan, getting our objective for the next match.
How good's he been, by the way?
Oh,
Eh?
I mean, we'll come on to him later, Ali.
He's been amazing,
We've
hasn't
got a great piece on the manager to give everyone some insight on him. He's been outstanding since he come in. I mean, he wasn't working on the Gerrard relegation zone. He's come in, and what he's done has been
remarkable.
I think even a statue worth. That's how
You've
good.
gone early. You've gone early in the
yes.
statue.
Because I know it's coming, Ali. I know that this season Aston Villa will win a trophy. I really do. I think the Europa League, we're favourites. I want to avoid Nottingham Forest because they're a very good side, and they can be a bit of a bogey team as well. But what he's done so far for his football club, I mean, guess who spent them the least amount of money in the summer in the Premier League?
No.
Aston Villa. Out of every team, spent the least. 30 million they spent. Leeds spent over 100. Sunderland spent big money. Villa spent 30 million.
To be fair to Leeds and Sunderland, at this moment in time, it looks money reasonably well
of course.
spent.
So I'm saying what he's doing, Ali. And the funny thing is that even if we lost to Chelsea, even if we lost to Arsenal in our next 2 games, we will still stay in 3rd place.
I know.
We will still stay in 3rd place. We are 7 points ahead of Chelsea. That's how good Aston Villa's season has been. The pressure's off, Ali. Are we in the title race? Yes, we are. Will we win the Premier League? No, we won't. But what's the target for Aston Villa this season? Top 7. But what's the big target? Champions League football. Will it be top 5 this season again? Yes, I think it will.
You're not. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
I'm backtracking.
You don't think you can win the title now? Is this what you're telling me?
Do you know what? Only if we have an incredible January transfer window. And I'm hearing there's
Where do you need to strengthen, do you think?
I think we need another top striker. Another top striker. Like we had Duran. We had Rashford in as well. Someone to really go against Watkins. Marlon's done well. But then when he...
By the way, I thought he looked really lively. Was it the Arsenal game?
Yes. But he's not consistent.
I
he can score a goal, but yesterday he comes on, he's not doing much. Can we get out? We've got no wingers.
Yeah.
McGinn's doing an outstanding job on that right-hand side.
Yeah.
Left-hand side, Rogers is playing there. We've got Brendier, we've got Gesson, who's not really up to the level. Jadon Sancho's not been good enough. If I had my way, I'd send him back to Manchester United. Not at the level. Frustrated when he comes off, when he doesn't do anything when he's on the pitch. We need wingers. Lost Diaby, lost Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
Asensio, Rashford went. We lost Ramsey. He went to Newcastle. So strengthen there. Can we get another centre-half in? Lindelof has done great the last few games. Mings has got his injury problems. Can we get another centre-half in? If we can get 3 or 4 players, Ali, then why not? But with the PSR rules, it's not easy.
No, I hear you, mate. 03717 223344. That's 03717 223344. Villa fans, if you strengthen in January, can you win the title? Give us a call. Does Emery deserve a statue? A statue's Gabby want a statue.
I'm a statue.
Give us a call and let us know. Next up, bad news for the cricket fans. We're going to find out how the papers are reacting to England's crushing Ashes defeat. talkSPORT Breakfast, Ally and Gabby with you this morning. Kylie Minogue has scored Christmas #1 for the first time with her song Xmas. You a Kylie fan, Gab?
Yes, big fan. As
It's
a
magic, eh?
Yes.
I met her.
Was she the one that sang "Can't Get You Out of My Head"?
No idea.
Yeah. Okay. Was it? Yeah. Okay. You said
Yeah, there's people in the studio nodding heads and thumbs
I
up
had no
through
idea.
windows.
Where'd you meet her?
Did you? I met her. I used to do a wee chat show with Fred McCauley, and you know she came up and did it in a place called Largs. She came up and did her chat show.
Is she amazing?
Superstar she was.
Yes. Legendary.
Absolute superstar. She was fantastic.
Can't Get You Out of My Head. That's it.
Yeah. So we're gonna have what we're gonna do. I'll tell you right now. We're gonna do, Gabby. We're gonna look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Are you a freelancer? Get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. For terms and verification, visit tescomobile.com/business.
Katie's joining us in the studio.
Morning,
Very
Katie.
Good morning,
Hello,
Katie.
I'm very well.
How are you? How's your weekend?
I lovely weekend. It was my birthday.
Oh, when?
Birthday.
And it was on Saturday. I'm a December.
Many happy
baby.
returns.
25.
Yeah, 25.
Good
I
for
still
you.
get ID'd actually quite a lot, so that's
surprised.
funny.
Yep.
Thank you, Gabs. Yes, and also we've got to mention Karen Carney winning Strictly.
She did brilliant, didn't she?
Oh, she was so good.
Isn't she great?
Amazing, just brilliant from start to finish. She's such a
I think it was
selfless,
our message.
genuine person, and I'm
I
just really
think
happy
it was
for her.
our message. You and I sent her a wee message.
We did, didn't we?
And I think that gave her that extra bit that she required.
Ali, we can't take any credit for that.
Correct. Correct. We'll try.
Not even
But we
very
will
close.
try.
She was fantastic, and I was just really pleased for her. So she's on a couple of the front pages this
Great
morning, which
stuff,
is nice
Karen.
to see.
Well done.
As for the back pages, all over in 11 days, England's careless machine
Dear
collapses like a
me.
castle of dust. That's the back page of The Guardian. Morgan Rogers keeps Unai Emery on the coattails of Premier League title chases. That's on the back page of The Sun. And then the Daily Mail have gone with Alexander Isak's broken leg. Liverpool fear £125 million striker suffers serious leg injury. But I want to start with the cricket, Ali, because in the Daily Telegraph, the headline is McCullum, blame me. Coach takes responsibility for Ashes horror show.
Well, it has to.
Following England's series defeat. So that's the headline there. But England captain Ben Stokes, got a bit of audio here, says that despite the series defeat, there's plenty of positives to build on.
When you come to the third game in the series, when you're 2-0 down, knowing you need to win that game, maybe that brings, 5-10% more out of people that they didn't know they had. It's obviously easy to be able to say, well, why wasn't that shown in the first two games? But I think some individuals have probably actually learned a lot more about themselves throughout this week than they did maybe a week or two ago. There is a lot of positives to be able to take out of this game, and for us to be able to build on and take forward not only into the two games made in the series, but also think how our cricket looks in the future.
So, Ali, what positives and what can England learn, like Stokesy was just saying there, from these early...
Hey, Ben.
Yeah.
You're Kate, aren't you? I thought you're Ben Stokes.
You thought I was Ben Stokes?
Yeah,
No,
I was
absolutely
going to comment
not.
on Katie's comments about...
Yeah.
No, seriously, Katie, I love Ben Stokes. I do. I think he's fantastic. I think he's one of the best cricketers England have had in a long, long time, up there with the greats. I'm struggling to find any positives. I cannot find any positives. They've been beaten 3-0. They've lost last season 11 days cricket.
Mm.
They've been out-bowled, out-batted, out-fielded.
Has it been one of the most disappointing Ashes series
for me,
you've ever watched?
Full of anticipation. And by the way, they've not even played Australia's strongest side.
No.
Lyon and Cummings never played, opening tests and stuff like that. And, Stark bowled brilliantly. But they've just been... I don't know where they're going to get positives. Maybe I'm wrong.
Ali, with every sport, though, let's say this was football, England football team, someone's got to answer for it.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a case of, it's got to be
McCullum.
Well, that's the thing. So Jeffrey Boycott here is saying Bazball has failed and head coach must go. Do you agree with that, Ali? Who's going to take the blame?
Oh, he's got to take the blame. He's
Yeah.
a coach. Yeah, coach. He has to take the blame. Whether he goes or not, it's another matter. I don't know. I know Stokesy has said he wants to stay on as captain, and I think he should. I think he should stay on as captain. Whether McCullum goes... Katie, I'll be honest, I don't really know the ins and outs enough about the intricacies of it, but he has to be held responsible
So do some of the players, though.
Oh,
Some
mate.
of the ridiculous wickets they're
Well,
conceding.
But does
Shocking.
that come down to bad decision making?
Of course.
Because
But the players have got to take responsibility
Exactly.
as well.
well, exactly. Yeah. But
Ducky's had a nightmare with a bat. Pope struggled.
Yes.
You know, Crawley's was out for a pair in the opening test. You know, he's just not getting any runs. I know Joe Root got a century, but they've just not batted well enough for both. The first couple of tests they were going out to the same shot all the time.
But is that down to Bazball? You know, if they change their
don't
approach
know.
for these remaining.
I don't know if it is. Surely it's just down to bad decision making.
Well, exactly. But if they can be more patient with the bat for these remaining games, especially for all those England fans, thousands of England fans are travelling out to Australia. You know, they're going to be able to want to see at least.
Oh, they've
more
got to be
runs being put
disappointed.
together.
They've got to be disappointed. I mean, the next test starts is at Melbourne on Christmas Day, Christmas night. I mean, it's finished. They're
Yes.
dead rubbers.
That's the thing.
Fourth
isn't it?
test starts on Boxing Day.
It's a dead rubber.
Give the fans something to cheer.
Yeah.
But, like, it's already done, isn't it? So it's like now you want to turn up
That's the thing.
when it's over.
Yeah.
There you are. These guys and girls have travelled over there and spent fortunes, right? And they watch it and they'll have a good time. But even people like myself at home who love my cricket, I mean, I was getting up and I was watching. I was going to my bed at maybe 8 o'clock and getting up and watching it at 1 o'clock for 2-3 hours.
You're not now, are you?
No, I'm not interested. I don't mean I'm not interested. Of course I'm interested, but I don't have the same level of interest.
No.
So it wouldn't surprise me if he loses his job. And by the way, there'll be 1 or 2 gunning for him as well.
Michael Vaughan says Australians are now laughing at England.
Well, there you are.
There we go.
Don't they always?
Just quickly, Alexander Isak's broken leg on the back page of the Daily
Horrible
Mail here.
one.
Liverpool fear £125 million striker suffered serious injury. He looked in pain, didn't
I
he?
don't
after
think he
scored
plays
that
again
goal?
this season.
Well, they said a couple of months.
Yeah, but I just looked at the injury and I've seen that happen before, where his leg got tangled. That's a broken leg, that is. That's a long time out, that is.
He'll broken his. I'm guessing he'll have broken his fibula down at the bottom. This is a guesswork that's coming from a man who's broke his leg twice.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the tackle.
You don't always come back the same either.
No, I'm looking
Don't
at the
always come back
tackle,
the same.
Gab. It'll be interesting to see what it is, but I'm just looking at the tackle. And if it is a broken leg, you say it's a broken leg, it'll be down the bottom, I think, down the bottom, around about his fibula.
Yeah.
You can come back, but just looking at times and all that stuff. Depending,
it like
depending on Liverpool, depending what Liverpool have got on towards the end of the season, the importance of it. They
What
might
was it like when you broke your leg, though? You know, when you come back from it, are you like wary of like, oh,
First time, yeah.
you don't want to literally like.
When I broke my tibia, yeah. When I broke my shin bone, yes. Second time, it was a fibula, and it's not as bad. It's a broken leg, but it's not as bad. The tibia, the shin bone, and it's in your head.
Yes.
First couple of, honest to God, first 2 or 3 games, don't care what anybody says,
Don't tackle
it's
me.
in your head.
He's only scored 2 Premier League goals, hasn't he, since he's right. Hugo Ekitike, though.
Flying.
I mean, what a great replacement.
Flying, yeah.
So he can start, and you know, normally we'd say, oh, Alexander Isak being out, but with Hugo Ekitike playing,
But it's a blow for the boy. I mean, it is a blow for the boy. You know, he hasn't got going at the start, really. You don't want to see it.
Well, I think now Liverpool might join the race for Semenyo.
he's looking so good,
Brilliant.
isn't he?
Yes.
Excellent.
Whoever gets him.
And he got another goal at the weekend.
Yeah.
Yep. So he's talking about Man United, Man City. I don't know why he'd go to Manchester United. Ridiculous take. If I'm him, I'm saying I might even message
But also
him.
they've got
Go
Mbumo
to Man
and
City.
Cunha. They don't, you know, they've just got 2
Yes,
wingers. If you're
exactly.
Semenyo, you want to go and make sure you're getting those minutes because he's playing so well for Bournemouth.
Top player.
He's different class, there's no doubt about that. Thanks, Katie.
Thank you, Katie.
That was a look at today's back pages with Tesco Mobile for Business. Now, up next, we'll be asking whether Christian Romero is a liability after his needless red card against Liverpool on Saturday.
Backpage review on talkSPORT with Tesco Mobile for Business. Are you a freelancer? Get business phone bills for up to 40% less than the big mobile networks. For terms and verification, visit tescomobile.com/business.
It's not often you associate fan power with Chelsea Football Club, but one of the shining examples of it lies with a group called the Chelsea Pitch Owners. And they've proved to be the thorn in the side of owners past and present who've been dead set on moving stadiums to a larger, more lucrative piece of land. Essentially, the supporters group holds the freehold to the land on which Stamford Bridge sits. Former owner Ken Bates set it up at a time where some unruly property developers tried to evict the club from their ground. In order to prevent this, he established the CPO as a company that owned the pitch and offered the fans the chance to buy a share for £100. As well as that, they also own the rights to the name Chelsea Football Club, so if any owner wants to take them elsewhere, they can't be called Chelsea without the approval from the CPO. Now, in 2011, Roman Abramovich tried and failed to move them away from Stamford Bridge, and this has set a precedent for Todd Bowley and the current power brokers at Chelsea. They know any plan which involves moving from Stamford Bridge will require CPO approval from the now 13,000 fans who own it. There are fans who are concerned that if they stay at the bridge, they'll be left behind their domestic and European rivals who are moving to more commercially successful stadiums. But for the heritage and history lovers, Stamford Bridge is one of the iconic English stadiums, and to move away would be a grave mistake. It might not be as flashy as others, but stadiums like it have something about them that cannot be replaced. One thing's for sure, if Bowley wants to take Chelsea away from their home, he'll have to go through the CPO first.
It's Christmas on talkSPORT.
Driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. It's gonna take some time, but I'll take some time. Top to toe and taillights.
I love Christmas. I love Christmas. A great tune, isn't it?
Yeah, this song.
I love Christmas.
This song just makes me want to just be driving back from somewhere else.
Christmas.
On Christmas Eve, though.
Snow.
You know, like, yeah, everyone's at home and you're driving back and they're waiting for you in the snow.
Just like a George Michael video or something like that.
You got this song on loud.
Aye, I love it.
And you get home and no one's there.
Big Al's It's Big Al's favourite, this.
Is it?
Aye, it's Big Al's favourite.
I said to him, "We looking forward to Christmas." He's like, "Well, you know, the grandkids are coming over." I said, "Any friends coming over?" He's like, "No, no one's allowed."
Right, this is talkSPORT Breakfast. Arnold Clark's real sale. There's a huge savings to be had on over 20,000 used cars. Ally and Gabby with you this morning. Gabby, listen to Sinead there. I'm bringing up shoplifters.
Ooh.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, it's out of control.
Scandalous.
Oh.
It is absolutely scandalous, man.
Yeah.
The wee man works in a well-known chain, right? He gets his break for uni. Or even when he's at uni, he earns a few quid, right? He says to me, "Dad," he said, "it's unbelievable."
Yes.
He says, they're as bold as brass. They just walk in, pick up half a dozen steaks, walk out and sell them.
Yeah.
He said, and we're not allowed to confront them, not allowed to do anything.
I've been to train station.
What is it with people?
The last 3 times I've been to the train station, there's a Greg's, and every time someone behind me has grabbed a sandwich and walked out, not even ran. Not even ran out.
A steak bake I could understand, but not a sandwich.
literally, like walked out. Not a care in the world. The staff sometimes see it and they can't do anything.
And you can't do anything. You know, like touch them. After the old days, the old cops and the beat, you hit them a clip in the ear hole.
That I was also astonished with as well was I took my daughter to Nando's the other day, right? And I'm looking behind me. I'm like, why is there security at the door in Nando's? That was odd, mate. Seriously? Why is there a security guard at 6 p.m. at Nando's where Nando's you pay first? Do you know what I mean? It's not like you... I'm like, what are they coming to rob? The ketchup and the peri sauce?
I know.
Like, it's scary, isn't it?
Isn't it terrible, mate?
Nando's, you got security guards. What's the world coming to? I just think
I don't know. I genuinely don't know what the world's coming. It's scandalous, mate. Wee man said it's ridiculous.
Yes.
And you're telling me all over the place. Greg's, Unique, every shop's... I don't know.
And the staff are probably being told not to do anything.
Not to do anything about it. What's it with these people?
You have to have security now at every shop, at every...
It's thieving and...
Yes.
I don't know. Okay, mate. More reaction to the weekend's Premier League action. What about Spurs versus Liverpool? It finished 2-1 to Liverpool. With goals from Ekitike and Isak. Spurs saw 2 reds in the game for Romero and Seaman. Seaman's red card was originally a yellow card after he came down in Van Dijk's heel. Right. What did you think about it?
Terrible tackle. You know when you used to get called, Ali, a striker's challenge?
Yeah.
No, we couldn't tackle, could we? And you'd end up like, don't tackle because you're going to get sent off.
I don't think he means it.
No, it's his mate.
It's horrible,
from the Dutch national team. It's just clumsy. Gordon done one early on in the season to Van Dijk as well.
He did.
Got sent off.
He did.
It's a red card straight away. And it summed up his performance. It summed up his career at Spurs so far. He's not lived up to expectation. And he cost his team because there's nothing in it.
No, nothing in the game at that point. Well,
11-11.
Never mind, you and I think about it. Let's hear what Thomas Frank said about it after the game.
We have seen it before, so it's not that I don't understand it, but I also said before I think it's wrong when it's not reckless, it's not with exceptional force. It's because he's chasing a player and want to press, and they're changing a direction. So it happens. There's something wrong with that red card. I have that opinion before.
Okay, we're going to bring in the host of the Spurs Chat podcast, Chris Cowling, for more on this. Good morning, Chris. How are you?
Good morning, Chris.
Ally, Gabby, good morning to you. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for joining us, Chris. Now, and season's greetings to you. The red card, we'll start with the red card, mate. What did you think?
As Gabby said, it was very clumsy. I think when you slow it down, it looks even worse.
Yeah.
But it was a very clumsy tackle. What I would say is the referee originally gave a yellow card. I think we could talk about this all morning about VAR. They overturned the decision, or they made the referee go to the screen, which ultimately means that he's going to be sent off. But re-refereeing games. But it was a very, very clumsy tackle. I don't think he meant it. It was just a clumsy tackle. And it's funny because Spurs actually played better with 10 men, and then we actually played better with 9 men, which is a whole different story.
Talk to me about Romero sending off. I mean, you got the foul. Last couple of minutes of the game, why are you kicking out? He can't help himself, can he? He was bubbling. The anger you could see within him in the last 30 minutes. But you're a captain, you're a leader.
Yeah, I completely agree, Gabby. He must conduct himself in a much better way, particularly being captain and a leader in that team. The first yellow card because he got in the referee's face because of the Ekitike goal, which most Spurs fans inside the stadium felt that was a push and felt that was a free kick. The Spurs team, certainly Romero, felt that as well. But the second yellow card at the end, when we had a really dominant spell in the game, our best spell in the game, there was still 6 minutes of added time still to play, and we felt that we were going to get that equaliser as well. To lash out like that was really stupid. He walked down the tunnel, and even a couple of minutes later, he tried to walk back down the tunnel to talk to the fourth official. But the Spurs team were very unhappy. But I must say it was a very, very poor refereeing performance. So many different decisions went Liverpool's way. So it was a frustrating day for us all round. But when you talk about home form as well, we've just broken a Premier League record for, losing 11 in the calendar year of 2025. 6 under Ange, 5 under Frank, and
what
going
needs to be
to
done about that, mate? Because I look at my team, Aston Villa's record. I think it's 1 loss this calendar year to Crystal Palace. 11 at home. What needs to be done? Do they have to train at the ground as well to get them used to playing there? Something needs to be done.
Yeah, I feel like atmosphere has been a real issue this year, but I feel like Thomas Frank needs to look at himself as well. He's not had the best start to his Tottenham Hotspur career. We've had a lot of boos this season. The boos on Saturday were for the referee, but this season we've heard so many different atmospheres. Particularly boos at the stadium, which is not a great look. The players are underperforming, and I feel like the board need to give the players the manager a lot more, because when you look, since we moved in that stadium 6.5 years ago, we've gone through 6 permanent managers, 3 interim managers. Do we go through yet another manager, or do we back the manager? This is the thing. And when you look at this season as well, we've been missing creative players in Kulusevski, Maddison and Solanke. We don't know when Solanke is going to be back. We need more quality in this team, and the home form is certainly an issue.
I think you hit a nail on the head. You said it right there, Chris. I just think the word quality, absolutely, and I do take the point, and it's not an excuse, but it's certainly a valid reason to have those quality of those 3 forward players out seriously hinders you. But I'm with you, mate. You've had 6, as you say, permanent managers. 6 very, very, I think very good coaches, very good managers. So there's something deeper. The problem is definitely deeper. And of course, Thomas Frank hasn't really hit the ground running. But I don't think there's any point you just changing again for change's sake.
The only thing, Ali, what I'd say is what is really worrying is we were very, very poor. We finished 17th, 22 league defeats under Ange Postecoglou, and everyone was very, very critical of Ange Postecoglou and the style of play. And when you look at the stats don't lie. Where Spurs are in the league at the moment, we're 4 points above 17th, where we finished last season. And under Ange at this stage of this season, we had better stats. We'd scored more goals, we conceded less, we'd had more shots, we had more shots on target, more touches in the opposition box, less errors, progressive passes, through balls. These stats don't lie. The style of football under Thomas Frank has not been entertaining. It has been boring at times, and it's sad to see that these last few games there have been a lot of empty seats at the Tottenham Stadium. And when you have a stadium like that, we used to under Pochettino, people couldn't even get a seat.
Can you blame the fans though? Because the prices of tickets expensive to go and watch a game of football, and you're losing majority of your home games. Why would you waste your money? Most of the games are on the TV now, the radio. Why would you waste funds to go and watch your team lose at home? Upset Gabby, kids coming home upset. What's the point?
I go to every game home and away. I'm not going to ever criticise how people support their club, whether they want to boo, not boo, or take the ticket, don't take the ticket. I'm never going to criticise. Thomas Frank's criticised the fans a couple of times, which is not great to see. And I hate saying negative things about the club, but there's not a lot to cheer about at the moment, and that is the issue.
Chris, all the best to you, mate. Thanks for joining us. Season's greetings. Have a good Christmas, mate.
Money's tight,
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Ali, money's tight. What are you going to waste? 150 quid.
Oh, mate, I'm with you.
You and 2 kids to go and watch your team lose every week. What's the point?
I've got to read this, so. Right, you ready for this one? No, it's fine. It's fine. You ready for this?
No.
Morning, Ally and Gabby. Can we get a mention for all the butchers working every hour possible over this Christmas week? Yes. Great shows always. Merry Christmas to you both. That's from Ash and Derby. Ash and Derby.
Spot on, mate.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Doogie the Butcher and Kilmacombe. Different class. And you're right, Doogie's been in there working his socks off every morning. Ash, and you'll be the same, mate.
I bet you go through some meat then, you Christmas.
Oh, aye.
I bet it's everything.
Do you know what I've got? Here's one for you, Ash. Do you know what I've got? I've got a venison Wellington. How's that grab you? You know the old beef Wellington?
Yeah.
I've got a venison Wellington. I'm having turkey.
That's deer, isn't it?
No, was that a joke? Was it a joke?
I'm asking you. No, we spoke.
Is it 2 deer?
We spoke. We spoke about it the other day.
Venison is definitely deer. But I thought you were making the point about being expensive.
I was talking to Alan about it. I didn't know that people ate deer.
Oh, aye. Beautiful.
Meant to be healthier, isn't it? As well?
Venison's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, really lovely. I like a bit of venison. I'll get you a bit of venison. I wish I'd known. I could have brought you a bit of venison down. Oh, venison's lovely.
Then you also said that people eat rabbits. And I was like, anyone else? Anyone safe, Ali?
No.
Anyone safe? You Scots?
You never had a rabbit stew?
No.
Oh. Rabbit stew's beautiful.
Ali.
I'm going to go to a break. I'm going to tell you about rabbit stew right when I come back. Still to come on breakfast.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Download the new improved app to easily manage your accounts and quotes.
Okay, still loads to react after a busy weekend of sport. What's next for Anthony Joshua after smashing Jake Paul's jaw in Miami. What a non-event that was. And we'll talk about some of the refereeing decisions this weekend. Dear, oh dear.
For me, that's a clear penalty. I think defender's gone in overly aggressively. He's only had eyes on Anthony. For me, it's a Stonewall penalty.
He's got his arms on his back. Has he got his arms on his back?
Yeah.
Does he stop Romero from jumping?
No, he doesn't. He's above him.
It's a joke.
Eddie Howe spot on. Stonewall penalty for me. Former Premier League rep Chris Foy will join the show later to help clear it all up. 03717 22 33 44. Get yourselves involved, guys.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Get free next day track delivery. Head to travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
feeling's here that only comes this time of year. Simply having
a wonderful Christmas time. Gabby and Ali with you this morning. What do we know this Monday, Gabby? Well, I'm going to tell you, mate. Liverpool fear that Alexander Isak has broken a leg after the striker was forced off in Saturday's 2-1 win over Tottenham. AFCON host Morocco have won the opening game of the tournament, beating Comoros 2-0 in a rainy Rabat. Is it Rabat? Yeah, it's Rabat. It's capital city, isn't it? Mo Salah's Egypt get their campaign underway against Zimbabwe this evening. And Erling Haaland scored 2 and assisted another as Manchester City beat West Ham 3-0 at the Etihad in the Premier League, temporarily going above Arsenal before they beat Everton 1-0. Despite the win, Pep Guardiola said his side still have a lot to improve on.
Are in a good place, I'm saying, but I'll be honest, I could say, nah, everything is perfect. No, we have to do better. They defend in one different way. That, for example, they defend different than Crystal Palace. So the spaces to attack are different. The spots are different. You have to occupy it. You have to do better. And today we didn't do that. That's why it made me sad. No, I'm so happy. I go home. I'm ready. But the margin made me realize the margin to improve is still massive. If you want at the end, March, April, fighting with the big clubs in Europe, with the big teams in the Premier League, yeah, to win the titles. Otherwise, it will not be enough.
Well, City have 7 wins on the spin. We're going to have a bit of this now.
When you go, will you send back
a letter from America? Boys are brilliant, isn't it?
Look up the rail track from Miami to Canada.
That is, of course, the Proclaimers with Letter from America. Just a wee side issue on that. They'll not be happy campers, the Proclaimers. Because they're Hibs fans.
Oh.
And Hearts are absolutely flying.
Played to the next, don't they?
Oh, aye. What a game that's going to be, the Edinburgh Derby. I think it's at Easter Road.
Is it?
By the way, if Hearts go and win that, Hearts go and win that, right? Here's a statement for you. If Hearts go and win that, that's them beat Celtic home and away, Rangers home and away, and Hibs home and away.
Could happen.
Could happen.
Saturday they play.
Big game.
27th.
Katie is back in the studio. How are you?
Yeah, we're going to focus a little bit on Scottish football.
Excellent.
Hearts beating Rangers 2-1 to stay up, so they're now 6 points clear at the top of the Scottish Premiership. Celtic's Wilfred Nancy finally gets his first win after 4 defeats. They beat Aberdeen 3-1 and got a bit of audio here for you. Celtic legend Frank McAvenny joined Weekend Breakfast yesterday and called out a certain Rangers legend.
He's singing and dancing and all that. He unbelievable. You know, it's the only time he's phoned everyone. I think I missed call for him, so you know, it's the only time in my life I've got a missed call for him. So, he's phoning everyone now. You know he's like the phone, but he's phoning everybody. So
yeah, I'm told that no one can get hold of him now when he's needed.
I know. He's doing the hydro by another podcast, and I'm like that. My God, he'll just be. Can you imagine if Rangers are top of the league? My God, it's what a turnaround that'll be.
I wouldn't worry about it, Frank. I'm not sure that's going to be the case, pal. By the way, what a goal scorer he was.
Top.
What a goal scorer. He'd 1 year done at West Ham with Tony Cotty. I swear to God, you jump in any taxi in the East End, and the first thing he asked me about is Frank McAvenny. How's Frank getting on? The West Ham fans love him.
Brilliant.
Great lad.
As for Celtic, how much did Wilfred Nancy need that win?
Oh, massive. Oh, Katie, you've no idea. I mean, I lost 4. Was it 4? I mean, the opening game was at home to Hearts, and then it was Roma, and then it was St Mirren. They've had it, and then up at Dundee United. They've had a torrid time. And even yesterday, when I watched the Rangers game, and then I'm running about doing bits and pieces, and I'm looking at Celtic again. They go 1-0 up, Aberdeen down to 10 men. I think, oh, that's that. And then Aberdeen equalised. I'm thinking, surely not. And then they got a couple of goals. You know, he really needed that, Katie.
See, Motherwell.
Brilliant.
Rangers, are they?
Hey, Motherwell doing well. Don't start slagging me with Motherwell. I used to play there as a boy, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I was as a kid. I was at Motherwell Boys Club, First Park Boys Club. But they've been playing well.
Yes.
1-0 at the weekend. Really knocking the ball about well. But, I mean, Hearts are the story, Katie.
Yeah,
Hearts
absolutely.
are the story. You know, and I didn't think they were brilliant yesterday.
No?
Yeah, I don't think they were brilliant. I mean, Rangers, I thought, started the game reasonably well, and then 2 goals completely changed it. 2 avoidable goals. First goal, I'm like that. I mean, dear me. 1 man out for a short corner. I mean, what is going on? 1 man out for a short corner. Ball comes in, they get into the back, header, and then the goalie has a brainstorm for the second goal, and then Rangers score last kick of the ball. Hearts better team, and could have and should have scored in the second half as well. But they're going really, really, really well. And this game against Hibs, man, is absolutely massive.
So they're 6 points clear at the top of the table at the moment. Take your Rangers hat off for a moment.
I've had it off there in the last conversation, by the way. You never noticed.
Well, you've actually currently got a hat on your head. But how good would it be for Scottish football if Hearts win?
Oh, listen, if you're not a fan of Rangers Celtic, it's brilliant for Scottish football, isn't it? Come on, let's not kid ourselves on. It's a breath of fresh air. The only thing I'd say, they've been in this position before. When I played, you could argue we're a better team. I think it was 86, and they lost that last game of the season up at Dundee. And I'm not sure that Blinken recovered for that. I mean, I remember that. It was absolutely incredible. But what they've got to their benefit is they're playing really well, and they look as though they're up for it. They look as though they're together.
It's the time to strengthen.
Took the words out of my mouth. What a window. What a window it's going to be for Rangers, Celtic and Hearts. See, if I'm Hearts, the owner, if you're Tony Bloom right now, you're looking at your team, you're going 6 points clear, game in hand. Equally important, you're looking across to the west, you're looking at Rangers and Celtic, and you're not scared. No. You are not scared. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for them, I think. So, in the window, I just think they've got to go and give Derek support, whatever he needs. You say, if you're running Hearts, you say, Derek, what do you need? How many do you need for us to win this league? 2, 3, you go and get them. Great. I mean, obviously not great for me, I'm a Rangers man. But in terms of, for you guys, for example.
Oh, 100%.
I was going to say, Gabby, what would be worse for you, Hearts aside, dealing with Ally if Rangers win, or Alan Brazil if Celtic win?
I think Ali's more of a nice guy than Alan.
Alan's probably listening.
Yeah, and Shaban gets very chirpy when Celtic win as well.
So maybe let's take the Hearts win. Maybe
I would like Hearts for the league. I feel like, you have people like Jamie O'Hara recently giving the Scottish League real slaughtering, but I feel like it's good for the league. It's going to bring more eyes to the SPL, and imagine Hearts next season.
Quite a going well, mate.
Champions League football.
Well, they went through.
What's their support like?
Oh, good support.
Big support.
By the way, I must admit, and I've been to a few. I don't mind a Edinburgh derby. I don't mind a Hearts Hibs. Aye, I don't mind them. They're good. And this one, oh dear me. I mean, if you're a Hibs supporter right now, I mean, it's a disaster. It's an absolute disaster. Up next, thanks, Katie. We're going to be talking Manchester United, who could be without Fernandes for a lengthy spell. Latest his injury coming up next.
Corinthian Casuals are a team in the Combined Counties League Premier Division South. Despite that, they're one of the most important clubs in world football. Here's why. The club was formed in 1939 as the result of a merger between Corinthians FC and Casuals FC. Now, Corinthians FC were founded in the late 1800s when the FA's top brass were sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, a man called Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. And it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil. And the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian Casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their founding team play.
Organised, mate.
Yeah, aye.
Getting on that.
Aye.
You've not mastered that.
No.
No.
It's only been
I can't wear those ear things. I've got to wear a
Why?
headphone.
Annoy you?
An infection.
Really? Wink, wink.
See, I love working with you. Do you know why? Tell you why I love working with you as much as anything.
Why?
I know I'm getting an early coffee.
Oh, always.
Always getting an early
7 o'clock on the dot. Starbucks run.
Oh, an early coffee.
Big shout out for Starbucks there. Free coffees are welcome.
Free coffees.
Yep.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Arnold Clark saving your next car in the real sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale. Ally and Gabby with you this morning. We have got plenty to come this morning. Former England skipper Mark Butcher. Butcher, we're looking forward to speaking to Butch. He's going to tell us if Brendan McCullum has a chance of keeping his job after England lose the Ashes in just 11 days. Former Premier League referee Chris Foy will try and explain to me. It's going to take some explaining this, Chris. Get yourself tuned in, mate. Why Newcastle were not awarded a penalty against Chelsea, and we'll be having plenty of Christmas fun along the way. Now, before all that, Gabby's Villa are absolutely flying again after the result against United yesterday.
Are they?
Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 0. And this is an absolute peach from Morgan Rogers.
He actually looks like a player who really feels he belongs at the elite level. He is taking control of games, and he's just an outstanding player.
Oh, they've equalised. They are level. It's Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 1. It's a mistake in the Aston Villa defence, and it is seized upon by Mateus Cunha.
We were the better team today. If you take the first minutes of the game, we were the better team. We show great character. We dominate games.
What I said at the very start of the season, defensively, they're not secure, and it cost them today.
Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 1. Morgan Rogers at the double.
Can we win it? Gee whiz, we're in with a chance.
Go on, Jez. Come on, Villa.
Have to start talking surely about the Rogers-inspired villains as potential title winners.
Today we were playing the day 17. When we are in the day 34, we are going to speak again about where we are.
Yeah, some run, no doubt about it. 10 wins on the bounce, 3 points off the top. We're going to take a call. Dave's a Villa fan, and Dave was at the game.
Morning, Dave.
Good morning, Dave. How are you?
Morning, mate.
Morning, boys. Morning, boys. Gabby, you called it, didn't you, before the match?
Oh, did I? What did I say, mate?
Well, you went through your combined starting 11, and Alan tried to give you dogs abuse, but actually, I'd be interested for the second half when Fernandes didn't come on. Who's in your 11 then?
Oh, I don't know, actually. Let me think. I might throw Gesson in there. He seems like a good lad, doesn't he?
This is, if you don't mind me interrupting, lads, this is seriously becoming a Villa loving this morning. Dave,
we deserve it.
Dave, what do you think, mate? Because realistically, I was at the... I've seen a Villa a few times this season, but the one that I really enjoyed was the Arsenal game.
Yes.
The late goal, when Diaz late goal, the roof just about came in. Are people getting carried away, or, Dave, are Villa serious title contenders?
It's a tough one because our glass is always half full. Up at the whole thing, you know, we want to believe, and we keep looking at each other going, it just gets better and better. All I'd say is I'd come back in about 3 or 4 weeks' time. Let's get through the Arsenal and Chelsea away games, and then if we pick up points there and we're still on the coattails, then why not? We've got Man City last game of the season, which potentially could be an absolute humdinger. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a fantastic season. It just doesn't get any better than this, really.
I think for me as well, Dave, I said to Ali earlier, even if we lost worst case scenario next 2 games, Chelsea, Arsenal, we're still going to be in third place. That just shows what an incredible season it's been so far.
Dave, what kind of defeatist attitude is that from
a worst case scenario?
What about that defeatist attitude, Dave, for the man on my left hand side? Can you believe you're listening to that?
No, this is a man that's won it at so many levels, Gabby, and he's looking at the whole season. So he's looking at the whole season, going, okay, we're not going to win everything. We're not going to walk through and win everything. We might drop a few points away at Chelsea and Arsenal as expected. Then we've got winnable games in January, and then we have a look at the league at the end of January, and we start talking it then. But it's just off the scale, and Villa Park at the moment is just the place to be. It is a loving, but rightly so. It's a loving because it's just a great place.
And when you win games like yesterday, when everyone in the whole team apart from Rodgers was poor for me, not at the levels they're normally at. That shows something. When you're winning games, when you're not playing well.
Brilliant, Dave. Listen, enjoy it, mate. And Dave, we've got...
Dave, don't go, Dave.
Dave, have a wonderful Christmas, pal. We'll hear from you end of January, no doubt about it. Bruno Fernandes went off at half-time for United. They hardly ever let a captain. He's been terrific. But Amarim says he'll be missing for a little while.
I think we are going to miss Bruno for the next games, but no excuses. Let's go to Newcastle with the players that we have, and we proved today that even against a team that is winning all the games, we were the better team. Sometimes you don't control what is going to happen, the recovery, but it's something on his leg. So with the experience that I have as a player, it's going to take a few games, but we'll be ready for when he returns.
OK, we're going to look back at yesterday's game regarding his Manchester correspondent, Jamie Jackson. Jamie, very good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning. I'm great, thank you.
Brilliant. What do you think? I thought United did all right yesterday.
They did, but I don't agree with Amarin's assessment that they were the better team. The better team in football for me is usually the one that wins, and Villa found a way. But they are a lot better than they were last season. Obviously, the table will show you that. Every time they get a chance to go 5th or 4th, I think this was like the 6th occasion, they kind of aren't able to do it. And maybe we're looking actually at their natural position in the table, you know, by the end of the season, sort of 6th, 7th, 8th. The Fernandes thing is a blow. I think he's only missed 3 games or something ridiculous like that since he signed in 2020, I think it was.
Yeah.
You know, through injury. So that says it all. I won't say they're a one-man team, but they're pretty close, aren't they, Manchester United? You have to say, you know, he basically runs the team. Everything goes through him. He doesn't score as many goals as he used to, particularly when he first arrived, but he is the heartbeat. And it's a big blow, and you can sort of hear it in Amron's sort of voice there. So we're coming up to January, 8-9 days away. They were looking at defensive midfielders anyway. Ruben Neves is one, possibly Conor Gallagher. And, you know, it's a shame for Mainoo, right? Because he was injured anyway for yesterday's game. And of course, you know, now he's sort of the guy who...
Would he have started, Jamie?
I think so, yes. I don't know that for sure, but I think he would have done. He has said he could play in the Casemiro position because obviously he was suspended.
Yeah.
Yes, and Ugarte came in. And if you look at Ugarte, it's a bit of a strange one. He was at PSG. I think he was in the Copa America team of that tournament, but he doesn't look... I mean, maybe it's because he hasn't played particularly too many times, but he just looked a bit clumsy, and he gave it all away a couple of times. So Mainoo, he won't be back for Newcastle, but Casemiro will be. So it'll probably be Casemiro and Ugarte, which is not ideal from Amorim / United's point of view. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit of well, it's a massive blow, really. But, you know, let's see. He got it right, Amorim, when he said we have to deal with it, because everyone gets injuries, right? You know, it's tough. Get on with it sort of thing. He did say that. You can't use that as an excuse. It's top-level football. That's why you build squads. You know, it's all about recruitment. So let's see what they can do in January.
What did you make of Šeško? He had a couple of opportunities that probably stood on better. Only 2 goals in 13 appearances in the Premier League. I'm not too sure about him, mate, if I'm being honest. What do you think, mate?
Yeah. I think you're being very polite there, Gabby. I hear what you're saying. I mean, before the game, I sort of said, put it on social media, big day for Šeško, you know, sort of starting. And you have to say so far, you know, he's had half a season there. I get that he's been injured and all the rest of it, but again, we're talking about top-level elite football.
Yeah.
These players are brought in for a reason. He's the number 9. I'd say so far, Højlund looks a better player. Højlund's got sort of burning pace. You know, obviously the number 9 is on loan at Napoli.
Yeah.
Etc. Šeško looks a bit lost. Every time he gets the ball, you think he's going to lose it. It's not a great sign. You know, hopefully, because we all want to see players flourish and, you know, be stars, because, you know, we love to see that in any sort of team, whoever you support, players light up games. But he doesn't really light up games at all, does he? You think the opposite. You think, oh, dear me, he's a little bit of a liability at the moment. Now, it's a chicken-egg thing. He needs to play more to get confidence. But, you know, the confidence seems to be sapped every time he does play because he doesn't... You know, he doesn't perform particularly well, and then that becomes a negative sort of spiral. So, no, I'm not very impressed at all. I'm always really interested when, and I'm not saying he is a duff buy, but these top clubs, when they sort of buy a player and he doesn't perform, you think, well, what's the scouting told them? What you know, what's happened there? So you do like to think there's a player in there, but I think, as you say, Gabby, it's a polite way of saying it. I'm unsure about him as well.
I think the jury's out, Jamie. Listen, have a fabulous Christmas,
Yes.
mate.
Thank you, Jamie, for coming on.
Thanks for joining us.
Top man. Thank you.
Now, the latest episode of the talkSPORT Daily Podcast is out now with majestic and former Premier League manager Alan Pardew reviewing all the weekend's action. Aston Villa beat United 2-1, Arsenal edge Everton 1-0 to return to the top, and City defeat West Ham 3-0 with the big fella on the score sheet yet again. Now, if you want to hear more on the talkSPORT Daily, it's available on all podcast platforms now. Up next, we'll ask former Premier League referee Chris Foy exactly. He's going to have to explain this to me. How the referee and VAR failed to award Anthony Gordon a penalty on Saturday. Gabby's still not sure. Right, here we go, 7:20. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Ally and the Gab Father with you this morning. We're chatting about refereeing decisions after this weekend's round of Premier fixtures. It's now time for this.
You're unbelievable. It's a shocking decision. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable, Jeff. They're trying to re-referee the game. That's not what it's there for.
Jeff, you will not believe this.
Keep your flag down.
I told you. No way. I told you. VAR, go away. Dave Bassett will not believe this. It's a goal. It's a goal. The crowd cannot believe it. What? Oh, miles over the line. Boo! That's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic.
That isn't a penalty. I'm absolutely astounded.
You're unbelievable, Jeff.
Right, we're not messing about. We're diving straight into this from our Premier League referee, Chris Foy. Chris, a very good morning to you. Hope you're strapped in, Chris.
Good morning, Chris.
Morning, guys. I'm ready to go.
Good stuff, mate. Well, there's only one place we're starting now. I thought it was an absolute 100%, but there are people, Chris, who said it wasn't a penalty. So, I mean, it is all about opinions. I am starting off in the northeast with the tackle on Anthony Gordon. Chalobah comes across. What did you think, mate? How did you see it?
Yeah, I think reflecting back to that game and what a game of football it was, I think, I think it is a penalty. I mean, Andy Madley was the referee for this one. And he quite clearly sees shoulder to shoulder and the ball goes out for a goal kick. And he's happy with that contact. We know that when there's a situation where there's a potential penalty, the VAR will check it. Peter Banks was in kilter with him. He felt it was shoulder to shoulder. And as you know, that when you're shoulder to shoulder and the ball's in playing distance, that's fine. But on this occasion, I think it was excessive. And I think Chalobah charges into Gordon. I think there's some contact with the thigh as well. And when you see it from behind the goal, in my opinion, I thought that was a penalty.
It's funny, Chris, because it's actually a shame because you touched on it. I feel as though I've got a little bit of a cheek starting with that game and talking about the penalty because it was, as you correctly say, what a game of football it was, mate. I think maybe the best game I've been to this season in terms of watching it. It was really open, end-to-end stuff.
Yeah, it was. It was really enjoyable. It was, that's what the Premier League's about, isn't it? And Andy Madley played his part in that. I listened to Stuart Pearce in co-commentary for a spell, and he was saying players were going to ground, and the referee wasn't having it. He wasn't penalising minimal contact. But if we come back to the big talking point, as I said, I think it was a penalty, and it's certainly one for those two match officials to reflect on.
Chris, I know David Moyes was not happy. Everton players weren't happy. I wasn't happy watching the game, and a lot of other fans, that the Saliba foul on Barry wasn't given, because we've seen that tackle happen so much in the Premier League and there's no consistency. For me, it was a penalty not given.
Do you know what, Gabby? Consistency is something that's always levelled at referees. And I watched this game, and when I saw it, it took me about 5 times to actually see the contact. And we've seen quite a lot of these this season where penalties haven't been given. I think, in fairness to the refs, they have been quite consistent. Yes, there is contact, but I just didn't see this one as a howler or a clear error. Yeah, yes, there's contact. It's a little bit of boot on boot, but I just don't see that the VAR intervening there. I mean, if it's given on field, the decision would stay. For me, I don't see that as a clear and obvious error. It's just minimal contact. And this season, referees haven't been penalising those. And as I said, I think they've been quite consistent in that regard.
Great stuff, Chris. I don't disagree with you, actually. I'm looking at Gabby. I'm getting that look across the table for Gabby, Chris, but I'm with you in that one.
Sorry, Ali, it's this title race one. That's why.
Here's one for you. I want to ask you about, if I may, Chris. The Simon's tackle on Van Dijk, right? I mean, straight away, Gabby and I are looking at the tackle and we're wincing because we know it's a sore one. It's a really, really painful one. And I don't have any, real complaints about the red card. However, I do think it's accidental. But I would ask you this. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind, and I know we've got to look at it in VR, do look at it, but that is one of the situations, I think, when you slow it down, it looks shocking.
Yeah, when you slow it down, you quite clearly you can do that to have a look at point of contact. But with this one, Ali, I think the clue here was the ball. The ball was in front of Van Dijk, and the only way that Xavi can get to it is either run round the play. You can't tackle him from behind. Is to either get to the side of him and slide in and try and win the ball, which he didn't do. And when you plant 6 studs on someone's calf, there's only going to be one outcome. And I think when you look at this on field, it was a yellow card was issued, but the VAR intervened and we got the pitch side announcement. And I thought that was a really good intervention, because if you think about it, without VAR on this situation, he gets a yellow and not a red. But as I said, the big thing with this was the ball was the clue. Where was the ball when he made that challenge?
A lot easier with Romero's decision, Chris. I mean, he just can't stop himself, can he? I mean, he genuinely can't stop himself.
It would have been a red card if he wasn't on yellow.
He just can't stop himself.
Can't kick out like that.
What the referees? Here's one for you, Chris. What do referees think about that when effectively we're talking about Simmons, who is maybe when I say he's unlucky, the tackle's a red card, but it's clumsy more than anything. What do referees think when players like Romero get sent off for blatant stupidity?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? We've talked about this, Gabby, and I've mentioned it before. Participant behaviour. We're into season 3. You've got a duty to respect the image of the game. He's unhappy with the decision, Romero, when he actually runs and aggressively confronts the referee. Yeah. He gives the referee nowhere to go. And you guys have played enough football to understand the last thing you want to get as a player is a yellow card for dissent. And then when you're on a yellow card, you really have to sort of calm yourself down and think about, the next situation. And clearly he was fouled. We all saw that. Canate fouled him.
You got the foul?
And he got the foul, and then there's the petulant flick. Where does he leave the referee in that situation, John Brooks? He leaves him with absolutely nowhere to go. 2 yellows equals a red, and he's sent off, and he will have to reflect on his actions in that particular match.
I think for me, Chris, Romero many times was aggressively running to the referee, and I see players do it a lot. Do they really think that referees are scared or something? That they're going to be like, oh, you're running towards me and screaming, okay, I'm not going to give the foul. I'm not going to give you a yellow card. If I'm a referee, I'll be like, yellow, red, off you go. Didn't we see it with Paqueta early on in the season? Where
we did.
That's all I would do, Chris. I'd be like, yellow, off you go. See you later, pal.
Yeah, I mean, there's no special dispensation. The referee can communicate with the captain. I think Romero was the captain of Tottenham. But if you're running at a referee, you've got to ask yourself, why are you actually doing it? How does that look? How does that reflect on a Sunday morning on the park? And I mentioned we've all got a duty, Kurt, to protect the image of the game. And sometimes you might not get a decision, but you can't react like that. And to react the way he did was crazy.
Absolutely. Chris, listen, mate, we really appreciate your time.
Top man, Chris.
Festivities, pal. Thank you.
And you all the best, guys.
Top man.
Okay, remember, you can always check out the Men in Black podcast, available on YouTube or the Premier League All Access feed for more on referees' decision. Chris, of course, is joined by the one and only Wee Sam.
Yes, Little Sam.
What was it, Little Sam? Well, we would say nothing about the Wee Sam.
Wee Sam. But Romero, Ali.
It's not sunny.
Yeah, but Spurs have got the most yellow cards this season in the Premier League, 42. He's got 9 of them. Are you surprised?
So he's got more than a fifth of his team.
Yes, of his teams. In 114 appearances in the Premier League. Guess how many yellows?
I know.
114.
It's one of those things, Gab, for him to play at the top of his game, he has to play on that edge.
He has to be like...
But he can't go.
He has to be angry.
He just gets over it, doesn't he?
Or 34 yellows, though.
Oh, that's ridiculous, mate. Okay, up next we're going to ask whether Anthony Joshua got rid of Jake Paul quickly enough over in Miami, which was in the end a comfortable victory.
When was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
Chance you know who that is.
No idea, mate.
Money! Who? I hope I'm right. It's Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
Dave Gilmour and the boys, am I right? I'm getting it on.
What sort of music is it?
Well, it's rock.
Rock.
Yeah. Dave Gilmour, one of the greatest guitarists of all time.
Like the sound of this, Ali?
Oh, it's good.
I can get jiggy with this.
It's very good. It's very good.
Aye.
Incredible. Pink Floyd are fantastic. I've got to do. I listen to Division Bill album quite a bit. Very, very good.
Yeah, you know your music.
Dark Side of the Moon.
You get a bit of stick for it.
Aye.
Every time I say to the big man, Ali loves a bit of 50 Cent, he's like, he's got issues, that guy. You like a different sort of music, don't you, Ali? A bit of everything.
Right, come on, we've got work to do now. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Ally and Gabby. Arnold Clark's real sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale and it's on now. You have to check out arnoldclark.com. Now, at talkSPORT, Gabby, we are welcoming the new year by giving away a massive £26,000. And what a better way to kick off 2026 and with a chance to win some serious cash.
Yes, £26,000, Ali.
That's what a present that would be.
It's our biggest New Year cash giveaway and it could be yours. It's 26k for 2026. Here's how to enter.
Love it, mate. Now, for your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. That is 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus, Gabby, your standard network rate.
Or call 0343 423 9761. Lines close at 12 p.m. on the 9th of January 2026. That's when you'll need to answer your phone if it rings. UK residents only, 18 plus.
This is flying off a tongue. This is a network promotion. Full T&Cs at talksport.com/win. Now, so your chance to win again, text WIN to 83338. That's 83338 now. And the very, very best of luck to you all. Love it, Ed. Love it, mate. Now, we're going to take a call. That's what we're going to do. We're going to take a call from David. David's a Manchester United fan and has given us a ring on the very number which I'm about to read, which is 03717 223344. David, a very good morning. Thanks for calling. What have you got to say, my friend?
Ali, good morning from the window. Okay, how are you, pal?
We're great, mate. We're very, very well. How's your weather there?
Weather's lovely here, actually. Nice and mild. No polar bears, Ali. No polar bears.
Listen, David, I've been up there before. They'll be coming. The polar bears will be coming, mate. I know you've not got them now, but they'll be coming.
Ali, everybody's been saying Bruno this, Bruno's a problem. We'll see now if Bruno's a problem.
Yeah.
We'll be missing him big style this next few weeks. But more importantly, yesterday, it showed us how poor our squad depth is, because we're having to bring on really good young lads like Pitcher and Lacey and put them into a team with little structure. When you're bringing in these young lads, you want to be bringing them in with good seasoned professionals that can bring them through, support them, and then let them make a difference and change the game. I was excited when the young lad Lacey come on. I thought, oh, we'll maybe get a goal. He'll maybe change it. He'll maybe turn it. That'll maybe be something. But Man United shouldn't be relying on that. They should be bringing these young lads in addition to the squad. And that's what I feel at the minute.
I think you're right, David. I think Bruno Fernandes has been nothing short of fantastic for Manchester United, particularly in a struggling Manchester United. Mate, you have a brilliant time. Tell everybody we're asking for them up there, will you please?
All right. Okay, last thing before I go, can I just say massive thank you to everybody at talkSPORT, even Gabby and even Jamie O'Hara. You boys are brilliant. Hey, a great Christmas. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Take care, David. Merry Christmas to you, pal.
Cheers, Dave.
We're now going to have a bit of this.
They forgot it, didn't they?
The Jake Paul circus rolled into Miami where the YouTuber lasted 6 rounds with AJ by pretty much just running away from him. I could have done that. I absolutely could have done that. Even got to the point where the referee brought the pair together and said the fans haven't come to watch this bleep. Here's what AJ made of the so-called fight.
People will criticise you for going 6 rounds with Jake Paul. How do you feel about that?
I deserve it.
Why? Come on.
Because, like, we're elite fighters. Like, so I put myself in the shoes of a coach. If I was coaching Anthony Josh and he went 6 rounds with Jake Paul, I would get him back in the gym tomorrow, give him a bit of a beating, and we're getting straight back to work, because I'll be like, how are you letting this kid take you 6 rounds? Are you crazy? But I can't go back in time.
Right, we're not messing about. We're going to get straight into it. We're going to get more on this with the lead writer at Ring Magazine. It's a very good morning to Declan Taylor. Declan, a very good morning. How are you this morning?
Yeah, morning, Jez. Not bad. How are you two?
We're in top form, Declan. Well, you can hear AJ being slightly critical of himself, but, I mean, it does take two to have a fight, surely, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it does, but he is Jake Paul. He's a YouTuber, isn't he? I know what you're saying, but I think it's refreshing to hear Joshua talk like that and say that if he was the coach, he would have been annoyed, because if he'd been out lauding it and, celebrating that performance, that would have been disappointing, I think. But yeah, Jake Paul, smaller, novice. I don't know what people expected him to do. The falling down and like grabbing his legs, and that was a bit weird. But that's what happens when a novice boxes a 2-time world heavyweight champion. I feel that was always what was going to happen. I don't know what you boys thought of it. I don't know if you watched it.
Yeah.
Thought it was a joke or thought it was comical, but for me, I didn't find it entertaining whatsoever, and that's what the business is about.
I didn't watch it, mate. My actually son did. He messaged me the next day saying he wished he never stayed up for it.
Yeah.
But what did you expect? That's why I didn't stay up. I thought I know what's going to happen. AJ's going to make it go a few rounds, and he's going to knock him out.
That's my point, Gabby. Declan. That was my point. I mean, I didn't enjoy it at all, and I think if any good comes out of that fight, it would be that it might be the last one of that type.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that, because he's been talking about Canelo. He's been talking about
come on,
Gervonta Davis. I don't think it would have taken Gervonta Davis 6 rounds to get rid of.
No, I agree.
Jake Paul on the weekend. But Canelo, if you watch the Canelo version, who beat William Skull in Riyadh in May, Skull just ran away from it. It was the worst fight I've ever seen. It broke CompuBox records for punches thrown. That's what would happen against Jake Paul. So please, let's not do that again. But I agree. I feel like Joshua said this would be the end of Jake Paul because we thought it was going to be a 20-second steamroll job. It might just be the end of Jake Paul because of how bad it was.
Well, I think as well, does it show what Jake Paul's about and the following that he's got? Because my 17-year-old son has never, ever stayed up for a boxing fight. Doesn't matter who's fighting, but he stayed up to watch Jake Paul, and he's got that fan base, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been the thing with Paul, and that's why I've always struggled to knock it, and all the rest of them as well, KSI and whatnot, because boxing, if you look at the history of boxing, it's about being an attraction.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. It's about making people spend their money to watch you have a fight with someone. Whether you're good or not doesn't really matter, because if they're paying,
exactly.
It's a prize fight. That's what they're doing. It's never been for me, Jake Paul, because I don't really know who he is. I never was really in that world. But you're right, Gabby. There's a lot of people who are in that world.
Yep.
So then who are we to say that shouldn't be allowed? I do think, as a boxing public, what we saw on Saturday night or Friday night would be deemed as damaging for boxing, because there's a lot of what I call normal mates. That's people who are not just in boxing like me all the time, like an echo chamber, just the people who are kind of come in now and then, watch a bit of a casual fans.
Yeah.
And I don't think one of them watched it and went, that was good for boxing. And think of the numbers of people who tuned in thinking, oh, this is top boxing, is it? They put it on and they're like, what are we watching? That can't be good for boxing.
Good say, Declan. I mean, in all seriousness, that fight, I mean, Jake Paul is down in his 6. He's got a broken jaw. I think he's had 2 titanium plates fitted, and he's certainly lost a couple of teeth. Now, in the grand scheme of things, he's going to wake up with a very, very sore face. But could it have been a lot worse? My point being, at that level, the mismatch could have been a lot worse. Is this something they're going to seriously have to look at?
Yeah, I mean, that was always the danger and the trouble and the fear, wasn't it, from everyone involved in promoting it, to be honest, is like this man could get seriously damaged. Obviously, he was seriously damaged, but it's boxing. And many people would argue, yes, it's dangerous. Yes, Joshua could kill him, etc., etc. But in reality, Joshua could kill just about anyone if it hits them right, whether they're good or not, or small or not. But we do have standards to uphold. Obviously, Jake Paul's had a few fights. If it'd been his first fight, but he'd had a few. He's broken his jaw. The problem with this fight, it's hard to knock it too much, because the counter argument always is, where they both walked away with however much it was. I'm hearing 100 million, 75 million, whatever it is. And it's like, would you take 75 million to get your jaw broken by Joshua? I would.
75,000?
Yeah, they should sign you up, Gabby. But it's true though, isn't it? And it's like, if you think about it, he's got a broken jaw. Jai Opetaia, when he won the world title against Maris Bradis, broke both sides of his jaw. It was hanging off. He had to eat noodles for like 6 months. So like, this is what happens when you fight. I think Jake Paul, in the scheme of things, got away pretty well, to be honest. He got knocked out. That was a bad knockout at the end. You've seen the slow-mos and whatnot. It was a big straight right hand, but he did well to not get more badly damaged. And when you think about how long he lasted in there, like Marvis Fraser lasted 30 seconds with Mike Tyson, and you got Jake Paul lasting that long with Anthony Joshua, you've got to commend him for that.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, Declan, just a quick one. Proper one at the weekend. Troy Williamson upset the odds against Callum Simpson. Did you manage to catch? I didn't see any, if I got to be honest.
Oh, mate, unbelievable. Troy Williamson, right? He lost, 2 or 3 in a row.
That's right.
He looked like he was finished. And what a man. Like, he's just a guy. Obviously, Callum Simpson, your heart goes out to him. It was just before Christmas. He's lost his titles. He was a big favourite, all that sort of stuff. He was building toward, this was going to be his 4th win of 2025, but he's building towards a big one in 2026. But that's boxing. It all comes falling down. And the beauty of boxing, someone like Troy Williamson reinvents himself, reinjects life into his career. It looked like he was finished. People were writing him off. He's gone up in weight. He's done that. Unbelievable performance and fair play. One of boxing's great servants over the last few years. And I cannot wait to see what 2026 has in store for him.
Declan, should the referee have stopped it earlier?
Yeah. That was unbelievable. That I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I don't know if it was because he was like the home favourite or whatnot, but he was battering him. And obviously you got to say Callum Simpson's chin's amazing, but that last 30 seconds, we didn't need to see it. And I hate to criticise refs because it's a hard job, but I was screaming. I couldn't believe what I was watching. But thankfully, Callum Simpson goes home healthy and well, and he'll come again. And this could be the making of him. You never know.
Brilliant, Declan. Thanks for your time, mate. Have a lovely Christmas, mate. All the best to you.
Happy Christmas, pal.
We'll see you soon. Now, what we've got coming up? Still to come here on Breakfast now.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Doing what matters for the trade. Find your local branch at travisperkins.co.uk.
I say I don't like cricket.
Oh no.
I love it.
Do you know who sang it?
No, I don't, mate.
I think it's a song called, is it Dreadlock Holiday by 10cc.
Oh, that's it.
There you go, mate.
Proper tune.
There'll be a few England boys who probably don't like cricket right now. After 11 days, Australia 3 up. And we're holding on to the urn for at least another 2 years. Former skipper Mark Butch will be joining us to let us know if there's any way that Brendan McCullum keeps his job. That was a look ahead, all thanks to the brilliant Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Bricks on bricks on bricks. Over 40 million available to order with delivery to site. That's one less thing to worry about.
.51, this is talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Monday the 22nd of December. Ally Gabby with this one. What do we know this Monday morning? Hearts surged towards Scottish Premiership title contention continued with a 2-1 victory over Rangers. Elsewhere, Wilfred Nancy got his first point. He actually won the game against Celtic, 3-1 against Aberdeen, who went down to 10 men. Former England striker Wayne Rooney has hailed Arsenal midfield Declan Rice as a future captain of the Three Lions. Wouldn't argue with that. And Luke Littler is through to the third round at the Ali Pali after a 3-0 win over David Davis last night. However, former champion German Price is out after the biggest shock of the tournament, absolutely, the moment he lost 3-0 to unseeded Wesley Plesner. The action continues today in talkSPORT 2 this afternoon. Start of the tournament so far is McKenny David Manure. By the way, did you see it? It was tremendous. He never left the continent before, and I had to borrow a fellow player's darts in the first round. There was scenes at that place at the best of times, but when he threw that one in dart, it was crazy. But he dumped out 18 seed Mike De Decker. I'll have another go at that. Mike De Decker, and is back in action today. So too is 71-year-old Paul Lim, who we had in the show last week, and he was fantastic. And he's taking on world number 2 Luke Humphries. You caught the darts fever yet? I love the darts.
I was watching a bit of it last night. Gerwin Price. What's that game?
Well beat me.
Yeah, well beaten, 3-0.
Well beat.
Comfortably. And I enjoyed it.
Katie's back with us. You like your darts, Katie?
I like my darts, yeah. I used to do the darts on Dave. Do you remember that when
I do.
Yeah, I did the darts
on Dave.
I did that as the reporter, which was really good fun. The BDO darts championship, and it was at Lakeside. Yes, so I went down to Lakeside.
I get back. I mean, well before your time.
Yes.
I get back to wee Jockey Wilson and Bobby George and Cliff Lazarenko and Big Eric Bristow and John Lowe and all these guys, man. Brilliant. I love it. I
do love the walkout songs that come.
Great, isn't it?
What would your walkout song be?
Oh,
come on.
It's got to be the Godfather music.
Yeah. Has to be, man.
Just scare everyone.
Has to be.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone's tense. But the Irish player a couple of nights ago come out to the song that... What's that song? Keep your head... What's that song?
What, by Birdie? Keeping your head up?
Yes, that one. That was electric when that came out.
Okay. Ali, but what about you? What would your walk-on song be?
Eminem, 8 Mile.
Yes, that's Lose Yourself.
Oh, I'd lose yourself. No, that one.
Simply the best.
That'd be after I've won it.
After I've won it.
That'd be after my winning ara. Right into treble 16. Double 16 even. That'd be it. Treble 16.
Treble 16. I'd come out to Earth, Wind and Fire September. Bit of disco.
Ooh, I don't mind that, you know.
Yeah?
That's surely before your time.
Absolutely not. That's my favourite song of all time. Do you remember?
21st night of September.
Can I just say as well, if Andy Goldstein's listening, then we understand if you want to turn off Andy. You know, darts is a touchy subject for him.
It's touchy.
After I beat him, Ellie, convincingly.
You did well, eh?
I had the crowd as well.
You know what I thought?
The crowd.
You had the crowd. I know, but
I was in the crowd.
The biggest compliment I could pay you, Gam, that wasn't a shock to me, that.
No, mate.
I know how much the hours you've been putting in.
Yeah, I think it was double two off in his stomach. I don't know how I got it. I was just like,
There's a rumour. There was a strong rumour getting about that you were on 5 through a 1 and then asked the referee what you were on.
It can be quite confusing. I was in the zone. But you know when someone's like... everyone was taking it as a bit of fun, but what Andy, he was upset. He was embarrassed that he lost.
I know he doesn't listen at 8 o'clock in the morning. I don't think he handles the pressure well, Andy. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you put him a bottle job?
He was... he was a firm favourite, wasn't he? He was a firm favourite. I mean, what was he? Well, he was. What can we say about
Gabs can thrive under pressure.
Well, you got Benty, knocked out last year by Natalie.
This year by
Andy and by Jamie. This year,
but what I explained, Andy, is that my dad used to say sometimes when he got annoyed with us was like, jack of all trades, master of none, but in a negative way of like, you want to try everything, but you can't master anything.
I know what you
That's
mean.
Andy.
I know.
Sorry, mate, just being honest.
So the reason I'm actually in the studio is not to talk about darts. It's actually to talk about the title race, because now we know who is top of the Premier League at Christmas. It is Arsenal who are top of the tree, Gabby. Now, he was giving me a lot of stick the other week because Aston Villa beat Arsenal.
Did they?
Yeah.
Forgot about it.
So I thought I'd just remind you who's top of the tree at Christmas. So in terms of the odds, Arsenal are 58.8% to win the Premier League. Man City just a bit further back on 38%. But Aston Villa joint third with Liverpool to win.
Joint third with Liverpool?
No, to win the Premier League. That's the odds.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah. 3.4%.
I don't get that.
Do you think Arsenal are still on to win it, or do you think City will steal it right at the end?
No, what I don't get is why Liverpool, who are 7 points behind Aston Villa, Villa haven't put a foot wrong. They've won the last, whatever it is, 7 in the league.
So you think they should be higher?
I think Arsenal should be, beg your pardon, Villa should be more favourites. And plus the fact, sadly, looks like Liverpool are going out at the record signing for perhaps the end of the season.
It's Arsenal should win the Premier League. They're favourites. They've got the best squad of players. But I really worry about Man City from Arsenal because they're getting a consistency now. Their team selection, the back four's the same. O'Reilly, Gvardiol, Diaz, Nunes.
How good's he been, by the way?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
How good has he been? That's England's left back, by the way.
They're secure and settled now. Haaland, 19 Premier League goals in 17 matches.
Scary.
Foden scoring, Shirky's doing well. Doku's got to come back from injury. And you do not want Man City chasing you down. They've done it before to Arsenal, and they could easily do it again.
Well, also on City, Pep Guardiola says that their players will be weighed when they return to training to check if they are fit enough to play against Nottingham Forest on the 27th of December. So I'm going to ask either of you, have you been weighed or have you ever come back to training and not been fit enough?
I'm scared, by the way. See Walter.
Oh, here we go. I feel it's so story time here.
Walter and Archie used to fling in away. See if he flung in away in the Monday morning.
What, queue up?
Oh, there's worse ever. If you walked in, Archie would walk in first with a pad on a Monday morning, and the gaffer, Walter, walking behind him. We'd all look at each other and go, oh, holy smokes, here we go. But we used to carve it up brilliantly. Katie Gabby, right? We had a wee thing, Durante and I. So I'd walk over, and if you had a wee goat at the weekend, maybe we'd cut like Yorkshire puddings too many, you'd stand on what Archie was always left side, taking the thing, right? So I'd go on the scales like that, and we Durante would get my right elbow and just lift it a wee bit. So I'd be standing on the scales like that, and we Durante come in there and lift that wee elbow, just good enough for a £2, you know? No. Tell you what, he go crazy. And then Archie only found out about it 3 years ago.
But he's
happy days.
He's strict, isn't he, Pep? Do you remember Aguero? Did you give him some about his weight? And Calvin Phillips.
Calvin Phillips.
Yeah. So, maybe the players have a good Christmas day and then they don't eat Boxing Day.
Gabs, what about you? Have you ever come back not fit enough or been weighed?
Oh, yeah. There's times, definitely, where you got your weight mixed up on the Sunday night.
I used to get mixed up,
and you're just like, oh. You're just like, oh, don't put it down, please. I must obey you.
Underestimated.
The walk of shame back away from the weighing scales, if you're over.
Man, we used to have some laughs. See, when I think about it, some of the boys getting weighed, man. Oh, honest to God, it was...
Walking in.
You look up. I'll not name names. I will. Gorham. I swear to God. Gorham. Archie used to walk in with a pad, Walter behind him, right? And the goalie used to sit at the number 1 peg, right? So the door would open and the goalie would be blocked out, right? So he'd be looking at us across for a reaction. He'd be sitting with everything cross. Please tell me that's no Archie coming into ways. Right? And Archie would walk in with a pad, I swear to God. And then we look at the goalie, and the goalie's head would just go, oh no. And his head would disappear into his knees. Oh man, happy days.
You know, players in saunas, the steam rooms, the day before on a Sunday. Say you had a wild Saturday night, Sunday, steam room sauna.
So you were in there all the time, were you?
Chris Eubank Jr. style.
Just
Eubank Jr. Sauna suit on, coming in the morning, dehydrated, get weighed, then get a bottle of water.
Oh man, see, after Christmas, I used to get into that sauna with a duffel coat on, man. I swear to God. Oh, brilliant, Katie. Does that answer your question?
It certainly does. Thank you, guys.
You're back with us, you away?
I'm not.
Are you here
but
tomorrow?
I'm tomorrow. I'm back same time tomorrow.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to be asking whether Morgan Rogers is the Premier League's informed player. Of course he is. Who are we asking?
Kitman, we see you, we appreciate your work. While some fans reckon it's just hanging up shirts in dressing rooms, we know it's so much more. A football team's kit is its identity, its uniform, what sets it out from the rest. But it doesn't clean itself. That's not just the shirts, it's the shorts, the socks, the training gear, the boots, the other bits we sort out behind closed doors. Who's the one digging around in that smelly, stinky laundry basket at full time? Yeah, it's the Kitman. They have a lot to work on in a week, from laundry, fixing damaged kit, repairing holes, cleaning boots. Then they pack the van and take everything they need off to the stadium, ready for game day. They don't get a lot of help when they get in the ground too. Kitmen are the ones unloading a full squad's worth of boots, kit, medical bags, and all the bits the players and coaches will need between the start of the day and switching off the floodlights at the end of the day. First thing they do is organise each player's kit, make it easily accessible in order to avoid any dramas on match day. Once everything's in the right place, it's into the dressing room, lay everything out, put players' nameplates on the right locker, all the things you don't even think about on a match day. Once the players arrive, if anything needs doing, they call the Kitman. In the meantime, it's on the Kitman to help set up for the warm-up. The coaches don't always have time to lay out all the cones and put the balls in those weird triangle piles you see. As the warm-up is underway, the Kitman then becomes a glorified ball boy, chasing stray shots and passes, making sure they aren't lost in the crowds. They eventually do the tidying up too, getting everything off the pitch before kick-off and assist the ground staff with any last-minute things they may need. After that, it's last call for the players. Then, at kick-off, they can breathe a sigh of relief for a few minutes, sit back and watch the game, enjoy the fruits of their labour. At half-time, check everyone's okay and everything's as it should be, and then wait for full-time. Once the final whistle's gone, it's time to pack everything down, get the stuff that needs to be washed in the laundry, pack up the van, back to the training ground, and ready to do it again next week. Of course, each club differs, and different staff members will have different responsibilities, but we pay tribute to all of those who do it, whether it's the glitz and glamour of the Premier League or a cold Tuesday night in Stoke.
When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so,
Brilliant.
let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
You know who that is?
I do, because they told me in my ear.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's Chris Kamara.
Yeah.
The wonderful Chris Kamara.
Amazing.
By the way, just to correct that one, it was Zombie with the Cranberries.
Was it?
It came out to the Darts,
Yes.
which is a brilliant song.
Rory McIlroy.
Yeah, which is a
Ryder
fantastic
Cup.
song.
Yes.
And one of the lads has been on, he wants me to apologise for my version of 8 Mile, which I will do, I apologise. Shocking.
You tried, mate. That's all we can do.
This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Ally and Gabby and Arnold Clark saving your next car in the real sale. It's the UK's biggest and best used car sale. Loads on the way for you this morning. We're going to have a chat with former England captain Mark Butcher. That's after England's really, really poor display, gifting the Ashes to the Aussies. Well beaten, I'm afraid. Plus more reactions to Premier League. Wolves lose again. And missed a penalty late on. I saw that one. Larson missed a penalty late on. Are they set to end the year with 0 wins this season? Dear me. Big question that you and I were talking about early on, mate. Are West Ham in a whole world of trouble? Plus more in Gabby's Aston Villa. He, as you can imagine, is a very happy boy after 10 wins in a row, beating Manchester United under the lights of Villa Park yesterday, and it was thanks to this man.
Back onto his right, shot comes in, cleared off the line, and fired in! Morgan Rogers turns it in, and Aston Villa have got their second goal. Villa Park explodes!
He loves football. His commitment with the club is fantastic. Adding numbers now, goals, assists, of course.
Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 1. Morgan Rogers at the double, and his second goal is just as sumptuous as the first. In fact, Amadou Onana has just placed an imaginary crown on the head of Morgan Rogers.
It's good to be able to score in different types of ways and win games however you can, really. People are trying to say it's not sustainable. If we keep doing it, then why can't it be? So, yeah, we just have to keep it going.
Okay, he's definitely man of the moment right now. Rogers, as we mentioned, been on fire. 8 goal involvements in this 10-game stretch. It begs the question, is he the most informed English player going at the moment? He's got to come into the equation, Gabby, hasn't he? I mean, he has to come into the equation.
I think he's in form now, the best we've got at the moment. The best talent we've got. 7 goals, 3 assists in 17 matches. Started off the season not too well, but he's a confidence player, Ellie. He really is. When you watch him, if he does the first thing really good in a game, you know he's going to have a top game. Gets into great space now, and now he's scoring goals. You know, he's scoring from distance.
Brilliant. Brilliant, there's no doubt about it. England playing a must-win game tonight. In my opinion, he's certainly in it. Is he in it at the expense of Bellingham and Foden?
It depends.
The question would be, well, it doesn't matter who you're playing. It's a game you've got to win, right? It's a must-win game, right? Quarterfinals, whatever it may be, last 16, and you have to win the game. Now, me, I'm playing Anderson and Rice.
Yes.
I'm playing Rogers, probably in a 10. Harry Kane starts. Saka on the right-hand side.
Yes.
Maybe. No, not maybe, definitely.
Yes.
But by the way, Madueke for me comes into the equation.
Oh, 100%.
Because he gives you something completely different.
He'll be on the plane.
Left side, it's a little bit more up. Somebody's going for Rashford, some people going for Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
That's still open. But are you playing Rodgers at the expense of Bellingham?
In current form now, I am. But a must-win game, can you try and squeeze Bellingham in as well? It all depends, Ali, on how...
But that's where you've had your problems before. You try to squeeze players in.
I know, but has anyone really says that left-hand side is mine in Premier League form this season? Rashford's done okay at Barcelona. Yeah. Gordon's not scored an open goal since January in the Premier League. That's a stat for you.
At 45 minutes, I saw for him in that first half. I know he's. You can argue the consistency, but if he can get that 45 minutes,
of course, but he needs to get goals in his game. But we can only go on today's form. Roger starts at number 10. A lot can change between now and the end of the season. And also, Ali, a lot happens in the World Cup. When we play Panama, Bellingham starts. Anderson, we don't need you.
I get it. Tell me, what's the difference in Rodgers right now, Gabby? Because I thought he'd correct me if I'm wrong, I thought he'd a slowish start this season.
Yes.
Right? As did Villa, by the way. But now he just seems to be firing all cylinders. What's the difference?
Well, during the summer, there was speculation for most of Aston Villa's players that might be leaving. So was his head turned a little bit, and that can happen. Villa only took 3 points from the first 5 games, by the way. And he was getting a few boos. I think it was the Bologna game because he was giving the ball quite a lot, giving it away quite a lot. But he's got that self-confidence and belief in himself. You know what? I know how good I am. I sent him a message after that game and says, keep your head up. You're a top player. And he's proved that, Ali. He's scoring goals now. Elite level goals he's scoring.
I thought his opener yesterday was out of this world.
But this comes more from the manager for me. This manager signed him for £8 million from Middlesbrough. And what Unai Emery's done for this football club, Ali, he took over Villa from the relegation battle when Steven Gerrard was in charge to qualify for the Conference League in his first season. Then the season afterwards, he takes Villa into the top 4 Champions League qualification and also lost in the semi-final Olympiacos of the Conference League. Then last season, took Villa to the quarterfinals of the Champions League where they beat PSG at home, but narrowly lost and got knocked out. Also lost in the semi-final against Crystal Palace of the FA Cup at Wembley, and missed out on Champions League qualification due to a referee error in that last game of the season against Manchester United. Lost Asensio, lost Rashford, lost Ramsey because of that. Only got to spend 30 million. Part of that as well were loans. Harvey Elliott's not played much. Jadon Sancho's not played a lot. 30 million was majority for Gesson, who's not featured enough, and I'm not too sure about him. And now we're coming up to Christmas, and they're 3 points behind.
He's been unbelievable.
Arsenal, 10 wins in a row.
You come out at 6 o'clock, you were having statues and everything up, right? Which you've maybe gone early with a statue. But let's listen to him. As you can imagine, he was full of praise after Rodgers' performance against United.
He loves football. His commitment with the club is fantastic. His attitude every day he's a leader in the dressing room because he's always positive. He has energy, and then he has skills, of course. And when he's playing in the tactical eye that we are building, and his versatility is very important. And to be positive, playing 10 number inside, 10 number outside, even like a winger, is very, very important for us, because through it, the mentality he's showing, he can get his best. And adding numbers now, goals, assists, of course, something we are brilliant playing collectively, offensively, defensively, and something we are brilliant individually as well today. Emiliano Martinez, fantastic match, Morgan, but overall, we must feel happy and proud of everyone.
I tell you, he's been out of this world. Now, Aston Villa fans, give us a call. You can get in touch, 03717 223344. Are you in a title race? I would suggest, of course you are. Does Emery deserve a statue? I think he's gone earlier. Let's hear from you, 03717 223344. Up next, some breaking news, by the way, Gabby, from Lapland. Do you know what Lapland is, by the way? We'll cover that in a minute, right?
Let me find out.
That's what we do here at talkSPORT. We make the news and we break the news. The Beach Boys did. Yeah, had to be the one.
Well, way up north where the air gets cold,
Yep.
there's a tale about Christmas that you've all been
What's his name?
told.
Big fan.
Forgot his name. Brian. Don't tell me, Brian. Brian Wilson. That's it. Brian Wilson, the Beach Boys. Different class. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. Ally and Gabby with this morning. Just 3 more sleeps till old St Nick comes hurrying down the chimneys to leave our presents under the tree. I love Christmas, Gab. I love Christmas. There's plenty of festive stories in the papers. In the Sun, Britain's best boss gives away 20k in Christmas presents. We'll not get that talks. What do you think? Boss.
Just about to get some grapes. Yeah.
You can't even. You can't even get a croissant, a coffee, man.
They lasted for about 2 months.
That was, it was great, wasn't it?
And then they
started our croissants, right? Bump, kicked that into touch.
Too
I saw
expensive.
grapes there one day.
Yeah. But they go, mate.
And an apple.
Savages they are.
There was an apple.
The grapes come and go within a minute.
And but have you been along that, Chris Evans?
No.
I swear to God, I think they've got an a la carte menu over there. Scrambled eggs, salmon.
Well, let's hope the new year brings
change.
Breakfast.
I wouldn't be holding my breath, mate. Honestly, I wouldn't hold my breath. Also in the papers, 5 million Brits will have fish and chips on Christmas Day.
No.
Ridiculous.
No.
Ridiculous. And there's nobody on the planet. There is nobody on the planet loves a fish supper more than me.
Yeah, but
right, as you can see, fish supper, couple of Jimmy Nichols. I sometimes take a bit of beetroot. I love a fish supper.
Oh,
but not on Christmas
no.
Day.
It's got to be a Sunday dinner, hasn't it?
Aye.
Choose whatever meat you want. I mean, I'm not turkey.
You're
I'm
not
a turkey fan. So
Well,
we're
I
having
get that,
we're
but-
having beef and chicken.
Don't have a problem with me.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. Each to their own. We always have turkey.
Yeah.
Don't mind it. As I say, Doogie's, we've got a wee bit of venison Wellington coming. That's maybe a New Year shift. But I love it, man. See the Bobby Russells and all that. See the Brussels. Oh, man.
Pigs in blanket.
Oh, I love them, mate. Roast totties.
Yeah.
Goose fat.
Yeah.
You cannot beat the Caesar Minottis. I just with the gravy.
I'll tell my
By the
kids.
way, Jeff, does he
don't-
like gravy?
I know, that's very odd. Says it makes all the
Strange,
food soggy.
Isn't that strange?
Doesn't, yeah. Maybe you leave it for 30 minutes.
Aye.
But I'll tell my kids, Ali, no breakfast.
Oh, no.
I'm
we
not letting
always-
no food go to waste. No breakfast.
No breakfast?
No. Just wait for your dinner.
Well, what time do you have your dinner?
Probably 2:30.
Well, that's not bad.
What? Do you have yours later?
Well, we have been later, but we're bringing it forward.
Yeah, bring it
We're
forward.
normally, I like it right after the King's speech or the Queen's speech.
Yes.
Maybe about 3:30, 10:15. That's what it's getting brought forward to.
Okay.
The family they've dropped their standards a little bit, and it's been 5 o'clock. Right?
5?
That's ridiculous. It's too late.
You need time for seconds.
Correct. Around about 8 o'clock,
Exactly.
7:30. Sandwich, a bit more stuffing.
Yes.
But no, where I disagree with you, always have a breakfast, wee glass of champagne and a rolling sausage. We always have a rolling sausage at maybe about 9:30.
What, the square ones?
Aye. You love that.
What are they like? I've never had one.
Brilliant, man.
Are they? Why are they square, though?
You can get them round as well. Honest to God. And see,
Really?
Oh, Gab, see the brown sauce on, man. That you just cannot beat it. Cannot beat it. Right. Huge breaking news coming out of Lapland. Let's head to talkSPORT's Will Hobbs.
Breaking news on talkSPORT.
Thanks, Ali. It's that time of year where Santa finally releases his official naughty and nice lists. Bad news for Gabby, the Gab father, Agbonlahor. There'll be no gifts under the tree for him, with official confirmation coming from the Grotto that he's been placed on the naughty list. Joining him on there is the Christmas chunk, Jamie O'Hara, and Prince William's greatest enemy, Martin Keown. But good news for Mr. Brazil. He's made the nice list, with St. Nick saying, I see a lot of myself in Big Alan, and he couldn't be prouder of him for making all 5 days, yes, all 5, of Cheltenham. The Elves will be sure to pay him a visit. More on this breaking story on talkSPORT throughout the day.
It's all happening. It's all happening.
No
There's
way.
only one place we can go after that.
No way.
And that's to get the latest odds with Coral and Dave Stevens.
It's Christmas on talkSPORT.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Whatever kind of festive fan you are, bring the cheer with Coral. 18+ gambleaware.org.
Steve-O, good morning.
Good morning, Steve-O.
Gab, Ali, a very, very good morning. You know where it does a really good square sausage, Ali? The Western House.
Doesn't it
there.
just? Steve-O.
Always a treat coming. But no breakfast in Gab's household.
Scandalous. Scandalous.
No,
smoked salmon, scrambled eggs,
you know
glass
what,
of
Steve-O? The problem is that my two elders, 17 and 15, they'll get up late on Christmas morning. By the time they eat breakfast might be 11, and they won't eat much of their Christmas dinner. I'm not having that. I'll lose my head.
Steve-O, do you know what we've been having recently, mate? And you love this. Smoked salmon that we actually caught in Iceland when we were over there. Oh, Steve-O, I need to tell you, mate, it's just, I mean, I love salmon at the best of times, but this smoked salmon, we get it smoked over there and then they ship it over to us. It's just, you know, Steve, it's just a little bit stronger. And it's magnificent, mate, with the scrambled eggs, a wee bit of avocado. You can't beat it. You cannot beat it, mate.
Beautiful. And I washed down with a glass of fizz.
Now you are talking, mate. Now you're talking. What a weekend, partner. What a weekend we had there, football-wise. For me, the game of the season so far. I was up at Newcastle, Steve-O. Absolutely loved it. What a game of football. Really open. But we're just talking to Gabby this morning, Steve-O. What are Villa to win this?
He probably wants to talk about Birmingham City losing.
No,
again.
Gab. Do you know what?
Okay,
right.
Sorry.
So this is the thing. So I'm really glad you're on today because I'm going to have a Villa loving. The bookmakers, and punters are not giving Villa enough respect.
That's my point.
And
agreed.
I was on with Shaban and Cash yesterday morning, and I said I could not believe that Aston Villa were odds against to win at home against Manchester United.
Incredible.
They are the form team. 9 wins in a row, going for 10. United, we know defensively they're frail still. Okay, it was only 2-1 in the end, but it was a crazy price, honestly. And now I think they're still being underestimated in the title betting.
10 wins in a row, please, Steve.
10 wins in a row.
Yeah, get that right, please, mate.
Yeah. No, but it was 9 wins in a row going into yesterday. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
Arsenal remain odds on 8-11. Fair enough. Manchester City 7-5. Aston Villa 22-1.
That's ridiculous.
I'm lumping on, Steve.
I mean,
it's an insult.
In a 3-horse race, right?
3 points behind.
In a 3-horse race.
Yeah.
The third favourite, who has incidentally beaten the other two favourites.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How
can they possibly be 22-1, mate? I'm with you.
There we go. And even when it comes to top 4, okay, you are now odds on, Gab, rightly so, 8-11 to finish top 4. But Liverpool are a shorter price to finish top 4.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're, 6-7 points clear of Liverpool? That Isak, it looks, sadly, is going to be out for a while. So it's one of those things. It's bookmakers set the odds originally, and then punters obviously react with the money. And both bookmakers and punters are underestimating you, Gab. So I just listen.
That's fine with me. That's fine with Villa fans. No problem.
Let's not get mad. Let's just get in profit.
Exactly.
So let's get on the Villa. Yeah, but
Steve,
what a season it's been.
It's been fantastic, Steve. And I have to move on to things cricket. Ashes, Steve. Now you and I are in regular contact regarding the display of the England national cricket team at this moment in time. Give us your views, mate.
Well, my views are. I was on with you and Jeff last week, and I was accused of being pessimistic. Well, I mean, in the end, I was quite optimistic. England got it as close as they did. We've talked about 5-0 from the word go. I think it was only something like 13-2, 7-1 at the start. But it's embarrassing, Ali, now, isn't it? Unfortunately. Australia to win 5-0, 4-5. Wow. Anyone that thinks Australia are going to let up doesn't listen to Malcolm Conn on this station.
Correct.
They sniff blood. They sniff a humiliation. They're 1-2 to win the 4th test. A bit like the previous test, it should be 1-10. Yeah. They are just on a different planet at the moment. And I don't know, we've been thrilled by Bazball, Ali, in recent years, but I'm afraid when it comes down to it, it's not delivering, is it? So
Who pays the price, Steve-O?
Yes, who pays the price, Steve-O?
Coach has to go, doesn't he?
I think you're right, mate. I think he will go. I think Stokes will stay, obviously.
Yeah.
I've got a degree of sympathy for Stokes, but I couldn't back up his statement, you know, that there were positives to be taken. I know it's his job to keep the morale high and get players, you know, motivated and get them going and get them the best opportunity they can. But, Steve, from where I'm sitting, I don't see any positives.
You'll get called a has-been.
At this
Careful,
moment in time.
You'll get called a has-been.
Look, Joe Root's got his first 100 in Australia on an Ashes tour. That was Jofra Archer's bowled well in places, but overall, no, listen, we've been poor second best. Odds on now, as I say, just a whitewash.
Not letting you go, Steve-O, until we mention. Come on, you know what I'm going to mention. The King George, one of the most anticipated King Georges in a long, long time. I'm really looking forward to it, mate.
You're right. Listen, I love this race anyway, but this year's has got the potential, mainly because of Willie Mullins bringing Factor File and Gaelic Warrior over. But we've got Django Bay for Nicky Henderson. Nicky's flying at the moment. We've got the Jukebox Man for Harry. We know what an extra dimension Harry brings to it. We've got last year's 1-2, Banbridge and Ile Francais. Harry Cobden's been booked for Ile Francais.
I just saw that on the front page. They fancy a wee bit, huh?
Yeah, look, a bit harsh on James Reevely, but he's based in France.
Yeah.
Harry doesn't have a ride in the race. Harry Cobden is brilliant.
Of course.
So that is a race not to be missed. Nicky Henderson's also got Sagino going back over hurdles because Constitution Hill is out. But, I mean, there's so much sport going on at the moment. It is brilliant. And we've got to touch on the old darts. And our star from Kenya, David Munyur, takes on Kevin Dots today. One of the shocks of the tournament, obviously. He's a 7-1 shot, but and this is no disrespect to Kevin Dots, of course, every single person at Ali Pali today is going to be cheering for David Munyur, aren't they? It is going to be an absolutely banging atmosphere there this afternoon.
No doubt about it. Steve, are you on tomorrow? Or is that you?
I'll probably speak to you again before Christmas, Ali.
Smashing, pal. Thanks for your time this morning. Take it easy, mate.
Cheers, Gab.
That was a look at all the latest odds. Thanks to Carl and Dave Stevens. 18+, gambleaware.org.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. Whatever kind of festive fan you are, bring the cheer with Coral. 18+, gambleaware.org.
when was the last time you saw someone score with a knuckleball free kick? We're going to take a look at why we're not seeing them anymore and explain a bit about how they work. The knuckleball peaked in the 2010s after that Ronaldo strike against Portsmouth in 2008 inspired academy players everywhere. Here's a young Mason Mount.
I tried to base my free kick on Ronaldo, hit the ball by the valve and it moves. So what do you do? Top corner.
Now, no ball is perfectly aerodynamic, so as it travels it creates ever-changing pockets of turbulent air, causing that unpredictable movement. Football's most prolific free kick taker, Juninho Pernambucano, perfected the technique but didn't invent it. He was inspired by players from the 90s and even the 50s. So how do you do it? You have to hit the ball head on with as short a contact time as possible so the ball doesn't spin. Hitting by the valve helps with that short contact time, as it's the hardest part of the football. So why don't we see knuckleballs much anymore? It's because players are being told not to shoot from dead ball situations because the XG is so low. In fact, as Opta shows here, since the 08-09 season there's been a 10% reduction in players shooting from free kicks in the Premier League. And in 23-24, a record low of 11 free kicks found the back of the net. And the knuckleball, though spectacular, is imprecise, which is why it's becoming a thing of the past.
She's a perfect 10, but she wears a 12. Baby, keep a little 2 for me. She could be sweet 16, busting out of the seams.
Good song.
There's still love in the first.
Good song. And you know why we're playing it?
No, I do not.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Perfect 10. It's called by Beautiful South, and we're playing it because Aston Villa are in a row. 10 wins are in a row. I've got to read this from it. I've dug myself a hole. And he's not put his name in it, but he's given me it, and so he should. Ally McCoist, dash, man of the people, don't make me laugh, he says. The best salmon's the one we caught and then we smoked it and shipped it back to us. Hey, put your name to it, because you put me away, and so I should. He's wanting to take that on. You're not going to take that for slaughtering me. Happy Christmas, he says. Magic, absolutely different class. And there's another one. This is interesting. Another one, no name. Put your name on, guys. I'm getting stick for not reading this message, so I'm doing it right now. The question is, where does Rodgers play for Villa? Off the left, he says. So what's all this talk about him having to be England's number 10? Terrific player, has to play, yes, but on the left, where he's doing his best work. Now, I disagree.
Ali,
Gabby, do you agree?
Ali, he doesn't play off the left every game. It varies.
Surely he's better than a 10.
Sometimes,
I think he's similar to, sorry to interrupt you, I think he's similar to Eze, for example.
100%.
I wouldn't, of course he's not wasted out in the left, but he's more, he produces more, he's more effective in a central position.
100%, and he plays his best football for Aston Villa in the number 10 position, just because he scored yesterday from the left-hand side. Where did he pick the ball up against West Ham?
Yeah.
In the centre, driving through the middle. That's his best place. Brendia sometimes plays off the left. McGinn sometimes plays off there, but his best position, 100% number 10.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay, this talk's with Ally and Gabby and Arnold Clark's Real Sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale, and it's on now. Check out arnoldclark.com. Gabby's demanded it be Talk Villa this morning. It's embarrassingly Talk Villa this morning. Hearts aren't even get that much I mention who they deserve a big mate. Hearts, the Jam Tarts. And before we talk cricket, it's over to Nick the Villain, who's called us in 03717 22 3344. Nick, how are you?
Morning, Nick.
Morning, boys. How are we doing?
Oh, well, mate.
We're doing well. We're doing very well, mate. I bet you are too.
Oh, buzzing, Ali. Absolutely buzzing. I mean, what Gabby said earlier, Emery's just done a brilliant job when you look at the money he hasn't had to spend that the so-called top six have spent,
yes,
he's just done a fantastic job. And my other comment, Ali, you've got to get on the commentary. Last week we had Martin Keown all about Arsenal. Gary Neville yesterday.
Nick,
Man
listen,
Nick,
Nick, I can't give you too much of a good thing, mate. I've got to throw these two in just to appreciate the good commentaries, mate.
Nick, yesterday near the end of the game, did you see when Tielemans was down and Gary Neville says, just get up, just get up? Honestly, so biased.
It's biased. And then one of their young kids comes on. Oh, everyone's talking about Man U Academy. No, Gary Neville, no one's talking about Man U Academy. Everyone's talking about Aston Villa winning 10 games on the road.
Exactly.
Come on, you boys.
Nick, I'm going to tell you something, mate. The atmosphere, when I was at that Arsenal game and that goal went in, mate, it was something special. It was
Special
absolutely
place.
something special, mate. Listen, pal, you have a great Christmas, mate, and lovely to hear from you again.
And you boys up the Villa.
Take care. Now, arguably the most disappointing Ashes series in a long, long time. Well, it's already over, I'm afraid.
Ben Stokes is going to lead England into, I think, an Ashes series where we really stand a chance of winning.
Feels like we've got a great opportunity, more so than that I've seen in the last 15 years.
Australia are a little bit in disarray.
Australia have beaten England at Adelaide in the third Test match. The Ashes has been wrapped up inside 11 days.
Baseball's been great fun, but Brad Ball's been a lot more fun. Just hasn't stood up to scrutiny against top side.
We've all been underprepared. Technically, we've not been good enough. And physically, because we've been underprepared, our bodies are at the limit as well.
Maybe I didn't get that preparation right. You're responsible for that. You put your hand up and say, I didn't get that right because we've lost 3-0.
I don't know about step down. I just think reappraisal. And if he's not going to change his ways, well, yes, because it clearly hasn't worked.
You're only as good as your team. You know what it's like as a leader as well. And if you're losing, the leader's the one who takes the blame.
This has been a complete disaster for cricket. It's been a washout. I mean, apart from the most rabid Australian, I can't think anybody's got any pleasure out of this series. I haven't, not 1 second.
Oh, brilliant. Unbelievable. Just to let you know, it was the guy that was giving me stick about the salmon was Doss. Doss, appreciate the message, mate. And just to let you know, Doss, I'm going to get my people to send your people some of my smoked salmon. Okay. Now, after all the optimism following a cracking series against India in the summer, England have lost the Ashes and 3-0 down after 11 days. Joining us now, fair play. Fair play. He always turns up, this fella, even when the chips are down. It's former England skipper Mark Butcher. Butch, how are you, mate?
Morning, Mark.
Well, I'm very happy to have not been up until about 5 o'clock in the morning this morning, gents. So I'm feeling, even though it doesn't sound like it, I'm feeling slightly fresher than the last time I spoke to you. But very, very, very sort of disappointed nonetheless with the way that things have gone over the last month over in Australia, for sure.
Okay, mate, I just think it's been a savage blow. I mean, I love my cricket, and I wanted a game, I wanted a series, but and we've clearly not got it. I want to ask you first of all about Ben Stokes, if I may, Butch. He's come out, and I get it. He's got the attempt to be upbeat, and he said there's 1 or 2 positives, and you can argue that it was slightly better for performance in the third test. But I tell you what, mate, there's not too many positives, is there?
No, not a massive amount. Zach Crawley's played really well in the last 2 test matches. I thought Josh Tongue did superbly, bowled really well. Looked perhaps the most likely England bowler, simply by virtue of the fact that he bowled a much fuller length than sort of the likes of Carse and Atkinson before him. So he had a pretty good test match. There was some fight shown, but generally speaking, it just wasn't good enough. I mean, Australia, for their part, haven't been able to put their best 11 on the field in any one of the first 3 test matches, and have still been far too good for us. I think perhaps what has come out of this most starkly is England's sort of attempt to rewrite the rules of test match cricket and test match engagement has kind of now really been put to bed when faced with the toughest opposition, the best opposition, the toughest assignments. The sort of all-out attack method has been found wanting. And therefore, I wasn't wildly optimistic that we'd come back having won the Ashes this time, simply because we didn't beat Australia at home back in 2023 when we probably should have done.
Yeah.
We didn't beat India this summer when we should have done. And so when you're not winning those big series at home, the likelihood of you going away and winning them is much less. But no, I don't think anybody expected the performances to be quite as insipid as they've been over the first 3 games.
2 questions for you, Mark. First one is, are we picking the right players because certain players aren't performing? And the second one is, will the coach pay the price for this poor Ashes?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. I think there's 1 or 2 players who perhaps have been found wanting for a little bit too long. I've always been of the opinion that you're better off giving players one more game than one less, in order to bed themselves in. But there are certain guys there. Ollie Pope probably be the main one.
Yeah.
Who's now part of a senior player group. He's played 60 Test matches or so now, and has really, really struggled in the last year or so. And you've got the only issue is that the way that England have kind of done things over the last 2.5 to 3 years has meant that they haven't really looked outside of the group that they've got. And then there is a sort of like your philosophy or your management issue. And so that even if you make decisions to drop people, so Jacob Bethel is the next guy in the rank. He's the only spare batsman they've got on the entire trip. You bring him in. I think he looks a terrific young player, but he has not scored a single first-class 100 in his career up to this point. So, even where you've got question marks over players that are incumbents at the moment, the guys waiting to come in and replace them are very, very inexperienced as well. Now, you could say that the next away Ashes series is in 4 years' time. The next Ashes series is in 2027. And so this would be a very good time to start making sure that players are absolutely ready in terms of the amount of games that they've played and the experience they've got before we get to that part of the next part of the cricketing calendar. And so decisions need to be made pretty quickly, I think, on who are the horses to back over a long period of time going into the future.
But you think, I mean, the one thing that is guaranteed, you know, and that'll be the Aussies will not, I know they won the series, but they will not take their foot off the gas. Are we realistically staring another 5-0?
It's possible, yeah. You know, I really didn't think that would be the case going into this series, despite the fact that I wasn't wildly optimistic that we'd win it, but I certainly didn't think that we'd go down 5-0. And there is obviously now a very, very strong chance that will happen. I suppose there are some positives in the Adelaide Test match that the team now appears to be sort of, you know, getting their feet under the table in Australian conditions. Unfortunately, it's too damn late. Yeah. So the chances are that there could be a bit of an upsurge, and you know, the possibility of a win either in Melbourne and Sydney. Two incredible events. You know, I know the series is over, but all the players on both sides should be very much looking forward to those 2 games. There are no better Test matches to be involved in, and there are World Test Championship points up for grabs in those games. So it's not completely pointless, you know, the last 2 matches. Yeah. But I suspect that there'll be changes in the England lineup for Melbourne, and you know, probably not very many. Yeah. But you know, they went into the game, I think, in the Adelaide Test match, and this has been a problem of selection over a long period of time. Chris Wokes was kept on when Jimmy Anderson was retired, 2-3 years ago, and had taken the new ball for England pretty much leading up into this Ashes series, right? But England knew, and McCullum and Stokes and Key knew that Chris Wokes wasn't going to make it to this Ashes series. And so therefore we kind of went into this Adelaide Test match, for example, after leaving out Gus Atkinson, with only one new ball specialist bowler in the lineup. And things like that, you know, didn't have a specialist spinner in the team. Bashir has now been sort of sidelined. And so all of the planning that has gone into it has kind of fallen down at the very first hurdle. And things like that is the sort of stuff that really upsets the England fans, I think, that kind of, you know, despite all of the talk and the blood and thunder, when it's come down to it, they've kind of, you know, not even got the fundamentals of getting specialist people into specialist positions right, let alone then the performances that have followed.
Butch, listen, mate, thanks for all your help. And
Thank you, Butch.
we'll look
Thank
forward
you,
to another Boxing Day test. I wouldn't say it doesn't mean as much, that's for sure, but we'll still certainly look forward to it. Butch, have a brilliant Christmas, pal. Thanks for your help again.
Yeah, you guys too, no worries.
Take care, mate. Next thing we're going to talk about, you and I, Gab, is West Ham.
Yes.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Benchmarks Kitchens and Joinery. Get trade prices on kitchens to suit all styles and budgets at Benchmarks.
Okay, this is talkSPORT Breakfast. Ally and Gabby with this morning. Let's look ahead to the next hour of the show with Travis Perkins. We will ask former Man United coach Rennie Mullenstein if Ruben Amorim will ever be able to find some consistency as boss. It'll be interesting to talk to Rennie, and you'll be treated to a special Christmas edition of Genie Gab. That's it. Is that
so annoying, mate?
Okay, that was a look ahead with Travis Perkins.
Superstar Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. With 250 hire branches nationwide, it's easy to hire at Travis Perkins.
What a tune this is!
It's quite
easy one to learn.
Lyrics aren't
Who sings this again?
No idea. Who has it? Come on, Ed.
Come on, Ed. Who?
Paul Johnson. Paul Johnson. Must have taken him away to write it. Potting up, Wolves find themselves dead last, still with 2 points. Another penalty. Burnley 19th and 11 points, stole a point of Bournemouth, and a late equaliser. Good header it was. I watched it. Leeds United picking up some
flying,
and particularly Calvert-Lewin, by the way. So it leaves us, mate. West Ham, 2 wins in the last 14 games. You're in trouble.
Big trouble. You look at the league table, Ali, they say league table does not lie. In 18th position, minus 16 goal difference, conceded 35 goals. Only Wolves have conceded more, 37. Only scored 19 goals. They got big problems, West Ham. Fulkrug somehow is going to nick and move to AC Milan, apparently.
What that one?
I don't know how that works. That just shows what football's about. But Callum Wilson, doing okay when he gets a chance. Scored 4 in 14.
Here's what I'd say to you.
Enough.
No. Come off the bench at the weekend.
Yep.
I'm thinking you need goals to stay up, right? You've got to find goals from somewhere. Leeds have now got somebody finding goals. And I've got to say, I'm delighted for him because he's been injury prone. Everton fans must be saying, what's happening here now? You know what I mean? But fair play to him. It's great to see him fit and scoring goals. I think, and I'm interested to hear the West Ham fans, and I know they'll tell me, I think the best chance is getting Bowen and Wilson in the same team.
100%. It baffles me how he doesn't start him more often. It's like a defensive mentality from the manager. Oh, let me put Bowen down the middle because Callum Wilson might not be able to press as much. But it was only recently he scored 2 against Bournemouth. I was at that game. I went to watch that game live.
And he's lively.
He was very good, lively, will finish. He might not play 90 minutes, Ali, but I'm sure he can play 60, 70. But other players have got to step up. Paqueta, you know, you're this superstar player, but all you do is throw your arms up. You let your team down getting sent off. Only 3 goals this season. Somerville, 0 goals this season.
Correct. Need more, mate.
Yeah.
Well, importantly, their next run of games, Fulham at home, Brighton at home, Wolves away and Forest at home. They are massive, massive. A team that could probably agree are away already. Wolves, 11 straight losses. You're talking about Villa. Wolves have had 11 straight losses in all competitions. I mean, they played well at Arsenal last week.
Yeah.
But then I watched the highlights. Oh, we've got to hear from Rod Edwards right now. See what he had to say about the weekend loss to Brentford.
How do you keep your head up and everybody's heads up when you've lost 10 games in a row?
I'm up for a fight, Jeff. I'm just told him in the dressing room now. I'm here, the staff are here now. We're up for the fight. We'll keep working extremely hard to try and give them the best plan possible, to keep believing in them, to work as hard as we can. Ultimately, then, once we get over that white line, we've got to produce performances.
If I'm being honest, Ali, the players are cowards. Simple as that. There's no beating around the bush. They're cowards. Scored 9 goals in 17 games, 2 points, 1-0. They're going to beat Derby's record of 11 points.
I mean, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Come on.
It really looks like it.
Brentford at home, perfect game. Brentford's away record, not great. Do something, get on the ball, make something happen.
Do you have any sympathy at all, Gabby, from the respect that I mean, you look at Aït-Nouri, Cunha, they've lost.
Of course.
They've lost some good players and clearly not replaced them.
100%. That comes down to the ownership. They are at fault for this. Bringing in players. Not every Brazilian player you bring from the Brazilian league, Ali, are going to work, are going to be able to play in the Premier League.
Agreed.
Some of their transfers have not been great, but the players that they've had in there, Strand Larsen, I'm seeing reports of him going to West Ham, and I'm like, he's done nothing this season. The shadow of the player that scored so many goals last season. But for me, it's a team full of cowards. And I think Doherty come out after the game and had a go at his teammates as well.
He did that. Okay, mate. Well, the one thing we can't say, or can't disagree with, Leeds Forum has been excellent. Picked up some great points. A late goal against Liverpool. That was. I actually had them. had them down to win on Saturday, had them down to beat Palace, not 4-1. I need to say, and as we touched on it, brilliant to see Calvert-Lewin back doing the job. Do you know what I mean?
But you see the problem West Ham have got? Leeds can get results at home.
I know.
They will get enough points at home, I think, to stay up. West Ham, it's a nice place to go and play. The Olympic Stadium. West Ham are in big trouble, Ali. Do they go in January and say, there's the money to keep you in the Premier League? Or do they say, no, what you've got is enough? And they could be playing Millwall next season in the Championship. That's if Millwall don't get promoted, that is.
Aye, I know. They're going well.
It's not. If I'm a West Ham fan, I'm very worried. They should be phoning up and giving us their opinion because it's an absolute shambles.
Let's do that, guys. 03717 223344. Let's hear from you. Up next, we're going to ask former fourth-time Premier League winning coach Rennie Millenstein whether Villa have got what it takes
to go
the full way.
Monaco, Singapore, Las Vegas. What do they all have in common? Well, they're all F1 street circuits. 20 years ago, the sports only visited 3 a year. From 2026, there'll be 10, despite the actual racing often being worse. So why? Why are there so many street circuits? Cars racing past the Casino Monte Carlo is one of the iconic images in all of sport. But in the last few years, it's been joined in the Street Circuit Club by the dazzling Grand Prix on the Las Vegas Strip, in Miami, Azerbaijan and others. And there's no sign of the trend slowing down. The streets of Madrid have also gotten involved, and there are conversations about Grand Prix in the capitals of Thailand and Rwanda. But fitting them in means we said goodbye to classic circuits like Hockenheim and Imola, angering fans who are still packing out the European tracks like Spa, the Hungaroring and Monza. And these generally produce more wheel-to-wheel action than street circuits too. At Silverstone in 2025, there were a total of 26 on-track overtakes. At Monaco, 4. I'm an F1 enthusiast. Even I struggle with that. But it appears to be a good step. In 2025, there was a record 2.3 million strong viewership for the Monaco Grand Prix in the US alone. Meanwhile, for the British Grand Prix several weeks later, 1.5 million tuned in. So why are we seeing this drive towards street circuits? Well, no prizes for guessing. Money. Formula One demands a fee of between $20 and $60 million for the rights to even hold an event. In total, including sponsorships, it's believed officials in Saudi Arabia pay almost $100 million for their race. The huge fees are possible because of the street track's city centre locations, as people staying at hotels at inflated prices and tourist sites brimming with visitors mean the cities rake the cash back in when the race comes to town. So it makes financial sense for Formula One and the cities, but will it cost the sport in the long run if F1 races are too boring? After all, nothing beats the roar of an F1 car as it flies through the forests of Europe, or mechanics watching a storm coming across the humid Asian countryside. Take that away and, well, you may as well just watch American IndyCar.
Lying in this morning, pal. That's 6 minutes past 9.
Lying.
Isn't it?
We've got a lot of West Ham fans phoning in.
I know.
They want to have a chat.
We need to get them on, mate. We need to get them on. This is talkSPORT Breakfast. They're coming on at 9:15, so hang around for that. talkSPORT Breakfast, Ally and excuse me, Gabby with you this morning, and I know Clark's real sailors. Huge savings to be had on over 20,000 cars. Right, we've been flying chatting Gabby's Villa. They're absolutely buzzing, and so they should be after beating Manchester United 2-1 yesterday.
Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 0, and this is an absolute peach from Morgan Rogers.
He actually looks like a player who really feels he belongs at the elite level. He is taking control of games, and he's just an outstanding player.
Oh, they've equalised. They are level. It's Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 1. It's a mistake in the Aston Villa defence, and it is seized upon by Mateus Cunha.
We were the better team today. If you take the first minutes of the game, we were the better team. We show great character. We dominate games.
What I said at the very start of the season, defensively, they're not secure, and it cost them today.
Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 1. Morgan Rogers at the double.
Can we win it? Gee whiz, we're in with a chance.
Go
here.
on, Jez.
Come on, Villa.
Have to start talking surely about the Rogers-inspired villains as potential title winners.
Today we were playing the day 17. And when we are in the day 34, we are going to speak again about if we are where we are.
Aston Villa.
Let's get in there.
Brilliant, correct. 10 wins in the bounce, 3 points off the top. Absolutely smashing 10. Villa fan, they are. Morgan Rogers, 2 goals enough to put away Man United and now find themselves 7th place in the league. A setback for their quest to be for a top 5 finish. Now, after the game, United boss Ruben Amorim said that he believed United were a better side.
We were the better team today. If you take the first minutes of the game, we were the better team. With all the issues that we have, we show great character. I think we have been consistent in the way we create chances. We dominate games. We were good on the ball today. 2 great moments from one very good player, I think, decide the game. But we need to now to use all the things, the good things, trying to improve the bad things and go for the next game.
Ali, I want to give you the best team award for the game. There you go.
Thanks very much.
There you go, Ruben, for being the best team. Well done.
So you're totally disagreeing with his comment?
Oh, but best team, it doesn't matter who won the game.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Points make prizes.
I think it was
but
even.
Does he have a point?
No, I think it was even. Manchester United played better than what I thought, but I'd say it was an even game.
Okay. Well, we're going to bring in somebody who might have a different opinion. It's 4-10 Premier League winning coach of United, René Meulenstein. René, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, René.
Good morning, Ali. Good morning, Gabby.
What do you think? Does he have a point? Were United the better side? I certainly thought they played well in patches, René.
No, I agree. They did really play well. I expected, to be fairly honest, I expected Aston Villa to be a little bit more dominant, to have a bit more authority on the ball, to keep the ball better. But I thought Manchester United pressed really well early parts of the game, and they played some really good stuff. You know, they asked questions, but again, it shows that what a world-class goalkeeper they have in Martinez.
Yeah.
Yes.
He saved them on a few occasions, and those players in those games, Martinez, you know, and all the other ones in the midfield and up front, they made the difference for us, and obviously Morgan Rogers showed what a special player he is.
René, after to admit, jokes aside, what Manchester United done well was they crowded that midfield, didn't they? They made it difficult for Villa to get out at all. Onana, Tielemans, Kamara found it difficult to get the ball, and I thought the tactics were spot on from Amorim.
Yeah, they did, and like I said, it was a little bit of a bit of a surprise to me, because I found, you know, with Aston Villa, I really liked them under what Emery has done and the way that he has them play. But they do rely a lot on the width from the fullbacks bombing on. And then obviously they use the players in the midfield, you know, but there was no space to play. No. You know, Man United nullified that really well. But as you said before, Gabby, goals change games and goals win games. And, you know, Aston Villa scored 2 fantastic goals through Morgan Rogers, and they got it over the line.
Where are you at this moment in time, Rennie, with Manchester United? I'm looking at them, and the cats. They had an opportunity. I know the 4 each game with Bournemouth was a terrific game to watch if you're a neutral, and then they played well, but can't pick up the points against Villa. And in all intents and purposes, are they where they deserve to be, or are they a little bit unlucky not to be perhaps top 5? I mean, they could have gone joint 4th.
I don't think they're unlucky, Ali. I think that's a little bit self-inflicted. I go even further back than that, because I said it, I think, in the same show. Before they played Nottingham Forest and Tottenham Hotspur, if they would have won both of those games,
there
would have been 3 points of Arsenal.
Yeah.
They would have been there or thereabouts. Then they would have nestled themselves in the top 4. And you know what that can do to a team, given the confidence, the self-belief, etc. But they didn't. They had 2 draws. And then along the way, they lose at home to 10-man Everton. They don't get they get the draw against Bournemouth at home 4-4. The vulnerability is they concede too many goals. And that's why they are where they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
René, you've won many Premier Leagues as a coach, fantastic coach at Manchester United. What does this Villa team need to get it over the line to win the Premier League?
Well, first of all, they need a very good manager, and they have that. They have in Emery, somebody that knows what it's like to win and know how to handle the sort of pressure. The biggest thing is not to get carried away where they are at the moment. You know, if you look at Aston Villa, they've had a few lucky win, so to speak, but that is all part and parcel. You know, away to Brighton, away to West Ham. You know, late winners in the game, which is really good. The key is the consistency, to make sure they keep the key players fit.
Yes.
You know, I mentioned Martinez. You know, obviously the captain is so important. Morgan Rogers is important. All of those players are so important. The consistency to keep going. The thing is this, if they can get over the next 3 months, January, February, March, and if they are still in this position where they are now, that's when they really can start to think, listen, guys, we've got so many games to go. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. If we can get over those wins, and then, something could happen what happened to Leicester so many years ago.
The problem is, though, isn't it, René, with Villa, is that he's dying to win his Europa League, so he can't rest players in that. So that might catch up with them, mightn't it?
Yeah, it could be. It could be because that's where you need to, the depth of the squad. But I think they do have some good players to come on from the bench as well. Maybe they do something in January. I don't know, but I like the way they play. I like the way he goes about his business, and I wish them well.
Tell you, Rennie, you're talking about keeping key players fit. United now got a big problem, big problem with no Bruno.
Absolutely, because you can go back to that, Ali, and you're absolutely spot on, because basically everything starts with him, goes through him. He is the most influential player for Manchester United going forward for many years already, so it's a big loss.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, Rennie, thanks very much for your time. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, Rennie.
Hope you and the family have a wonderful Christmas, mate.
Thank you. Likewise.
Take care, all the best. West Ham fans are queuing up, by the way, Gab, to have their say on this struggling Hammer.
Happy Christmas for them, Ali.
Oh, we're going to be taking their calls next, mate.
Oh.
eagles in the air. They fly so high, some reach the sky. And like my dreams, they fade and die. Right, talkSPORT breakfast. Ally and Gabby this morning. Nuno hasn't quite had impact since arriving at West Ham when he replaced Graham Potter in September. Hammers are 18th in the table, 6 points behind Leeds after a loss 3-0 at City, and Leeds beat the Palace 4-1 a few hours later. And I can hear relegation specialists Jamie Hara and Jason Cundy discussing their survival hopes on Saturday's game day phone-in show.
I don't think they're as bad as their league position. Honestly,
Are you joking?
No, I don't know.
Have you watched West Ham this season?
No,
Dan?
under Nuno.
Oh, mate, they're garbage.
No.
I've watched them, Jace. They got nothing.
I don't know whether they're as bad as you guys.
Name a team that's worse than them. That's outside the bottom three.
We have no pace. We have no pace.
Leeds are not worse than West Ham.
Well, if I was a West Ham fan,
pumped you lot.
I know, but that was first half. We were terrible.
What do you mean? They beat you.
So that means they're going to stay up, is it?
They're a better team than West Ham.
I don't know. Over the course of the season, I'd rather be a West Ham fan than a Leeds fan.
Oh, are you joking?
No, I'm not.
You wouldn't.
No, I'm not.
Leeds fans, they're behind the team. When they're at home, they're behind the manager. They're behind the team.
Blame Dan then. Don't blame me.
You go to West Ham. They hate the chairman. They hate the owner. They hate the club. They hate the players. Everything. The only one they like is Jared Bowen. The only one they like. The rest of them they can't stand them.
Got cling to him, mate. Listen, the next two games that will give them. They've got to beat Fulham. Have to beat Fulham. Have to beat Brighton or get a point.
You say you have to beat them, but they don't. They don't. This is the problem. You keep saying, "No, they're all right." They're not all right.
Today's performance and result is not going to decide their future.
No,
it won't.
Of course, I get that.
It won't.
Over the course of the season so far, they deserve to be in the bottom three.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying I think they'll have enough to go over the line.
No.
Oh, well.
No.
Well, I'm not so sure.
No.
I'm not so sure. We're going to get one or two of the Hammers boys on and ask them a question. And lads that have phoned 03717223344. First that's done that is Dave. Very good morning to you, Dave.
Morning, Dave.
Yeah, morning, boys. Morning, Andy. Morning, Gabs.
Right,
thanks for joining us, mate. You've got to be concerned, pal, haven't you?
Oh, listen, I think the biggest problem we got is lack of experience, boys, don't you? We didn't have legs in midfield. That was a big problem.
Mm-hmm.
We've now addressed that, bringing in Potts, Magassa and the other fella.
Fernandes,
but they've got players running off their shoulder, Gab. Too easy. They're not running back. And they're so inexperienced. They've got 60 Premier League games between them. And that's not good enough for a relegation scrap. I don't think. Anyway, what do you think?
What about the back?
I think they're struggling, mate. I always thought, up till the weekend, Dave, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought you would have had enough. But the combination of what I'm watching, plus the fact Leeds United and one or two that I thought might be round about there, they look as they're going to pick up points. But, you have a bit of form there with Calvert-Lewin. They look as they're going to score goals, mate. Whereas I look at West Ham at the moment, and it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts, because Gabby and I both think you've got a better chance if you play Wilson and Bowen.
Yes.
Well, listen, we started Callum against Bournemouth, scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
He played 87 minutes of Man United. We got a point. He then drops him. We got against Brighton. He comes on, makes a goal. We nearly win. He's then bombed him for the last 2 games. Not even brought him on hardly. It's pointless. What's the point? You haven't got a focal point. You're not going to win games, boys.
What about at the back, though?
We don't get crosses in the box as it is.
Dave, what about the back, mate? Because you conceded the most goals bar Wolves. 35 goals conceded. Mavropanos was on the bench on the weekend. Kilman's back in. You can't figure out his best defence, can he?
He can't figure out. I've got a bit of sympathy for the notes. These boys they're used to losing for the last 18 months. They've been getting beat for 18 months now, these boys, and their time's probably come. And the biggest problem Nuno's had is he's come in and he ain't got no one on the bench who's fighting for a shirt. So there's no consequences of bad performances. You've got 2 fullbacks who have now gone to AFCON, and you brought in KWP and Skulls. And it just...
Who's the next 4 games?
Without the next 4 games, everyone keeps saying about the next 4 games, Ali. They lose Saturday, you could be 9 points adrift already. They're banging trouble. I spoke to Big Al, right? I know Big Al, and I spoke to him in the pub 3 months ago, sat in the markets with him, and I said, we're going down. He couldn't believe what I was saying. And I said to him, 100% we're going down. And he couldn't get his head around it.
I think the problem is, mate.
On the flip side, I said Tottenham would get top 4, so what do I know?
Dave, the problem
no,
is...
but Dave, I think you're probably more right with this one. This is a real concern, mate. Real. Listen, thanks for calling. I'm going to take another one. Really appreciate you calling. I think we get Steve next. Steve, are you there, mate?
Good morning, Steve.
Good morning.
Thanks,
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us, Steve.
Reddy Mullenstein for West Ham manager, please. He talks sense, the geezer.
But Steve, you can't keep changing your manager. You're nearly as bad as Tottenham.
Listen. The thing we need to change is the board. I hate to agree with the chunk, but he's right. We don't like our board. Yeah. We've spent there's a great big list on Facebook of the amount of strikers we've bought over the last 5 years.
Not worked.
And none of them have done, and we've lost money on every single one of them. They are rubbish. They are rubbish. The only decent thing about going down is we play Millwall twice next year.
See, the problem
That's assuming they don't get promoted, Steve. I don't want to put a dampener on it.
No. You listen, you can guarantee that Christmas Day falls on the 25th. Millwall won't come up.
Steve, before the last 2 games, I looked at it and I says, West Ham, Paqueta, Bowen, Somerville's a top player, brought in some good midfielders. They got no chance of going down. But the problem I've got is Leeds form and Leeds home form. That's what's scaring me for West Ham.
They got hold of Calvert-Lewin. Listen, out of all the teams that were around at the beginning of the season, everybody said, guaranteed Sunderland to go down. Yeah. Look at the money they have spent, but they have spent it wisely. They have bought some top players. And what have we bought? Nothing.
Steve, brilliant. Appreciate your call. We've got another call. We've got Peter also Hammer. Peter, how are you doing this morning?
Morning, Peter.
How you doing? You all right, boys?
We're doing well. Peter, listen, how's this grab you? You've got Fulham at home, Brighton at home, you're away to Wolves, and then you're at home to Nottingham Forest. How vitally important is that wee period?
We've got to win them. You've got to win the 3 out of 4. If we go to Wolves and Wolves get their first win of the season, we deserve to go down.
Yeah,
I'm telling you that now. And a lot of the blame comes from the board, right? Because Sullivan's always had a get-out-of-jail card, and that was David Moyes. He had Moyes the first time. He got rid of him. He brought Pellegrini in, threw loads of money at him. It didn't work out. David Gold brought Moyes back. He gave us European tours. We won a trophy. We was always up there doing well. And because we lost 3 games over Christmas period, he pulls the contract back. We talk about it at the end of the season. He always thinks he can do better, Sullivan. And it's time for them now to just pack up and go because they're just running the club. Where is this world-class team in this world-class stadium that she kept banging on about?
Well, it's a mile away at this moment in time, Peter. I've got to say, listen, I want to ask you, Peter. We asked, I think it was Stevie earlier on. What's your best chance of staying up, playing Wilson and Bowen together?
Oh, it's got to happen. You don't get goals by leaving a goal scorer on the bench, regardless of how old he is. If he can't play, I'll take Gabs right now, Ally.
Well, 50 grand a week, mate. I'll always come and give you an hand.
I'll tell you what, my granddad would be proud. Your boys are doing well.
Yeah, we do. But we've got a manager, mate, who the players are all playing for him. They're fighting for him. You don't see that with West Ham.
No, not at all. And I do feel sorry a bit for Nuno because they got rid of Potter on a Friday. Nuno's there on a Saturday, and he must have walked in and thought, Christ, what is this going on about? I mean, you've got quite a risk quality player, but we went up against Liverpool. All he does is fall about.
Exactly.
If he's not getting his own way.
What are you going to do for strikers? Because you keep getting the strikers wrong when you sign them. Fulkrug didn't make sense. Terrible player. Going to leave in January, AC Milan somehow. I don't understand that. You're left with Callum Wilson only. Surely you've got to find one.
He's leaving on a loan. We paid 25, 26 million. It brings me back to when we bought Haller and them sort of strikers. They get it wrong all the time. Like, get a proven Premiership goal scorer.
This is no joke, mate. They've got to get it right in January. This is no joke. West Ham, big danger of getting relegated.
But the problem is now Sullivan's run out of get-out-of-jail cards because he can't rely on Moyes no more. And for him to value our club at 800 million, he's deluded. Absolutely deluded. Where is that club worth 800 million, that stadium, that team?
Peter, listen, mate, have a brilliant Christmas.
Try to forget about it.
Home to Fulham, home to Brighton, away to Wolves. And obviously at home to Forest, mate. Big games. Thanks for your call, Peter.
When you read those games out, you're like, yeah, okay, let's try and get 3 out of 4. Fulham need points as well. Fulham have only got 20 points.
Forest at home.
Do you know what I mean? Brighton are a tough team to play against. There's no easy games.
There's no easy games.
None.
But I think Peter made a valid point. They go to Wolves. You can't get beat there.
It feels like if you lose to Wolves this season, you should be running the next day around the training ground, around the city.
You used to get that. Oh, aye. You're running.
Martin O'Neill used to get a ball right, Ali, and boot it on a training pitch and make us all go around the ball and come back. Whenever we lost. Old school.
Oh, well, the good news is I'm going to ask him about it because he's on White and Jordan at 10 o'clock. Up next, Gary Birtles. Gary will join us in the build-up to live and exclusive commentary, of course, on talkSPORT of Fulham versus Forest later tonight.
Shin pads are a footballer's best friend. Even if players like Jack Grealish do wear such small ones you can barely even see them. But what's the story with shin pads, and are there actually any rules on how big they should be? It all started with cricket, actually. Cricketers had been wearing shin pads since the 1700s. It was thanks to this guy that shin protection made its way over to football. Meet Samuel Widdowson. He was a cricketer and a footballer. He played for Nottingham Forest back in the late 1800s, and he wanted a way to protect his legs from nasty tackles. Naturally, his mind drifted to his other favourite sport, where players had been wearing these pads for a century. Story goes, Widdowson cut up his cricket pads and popped them on before taking to the footy pitch. His Nottingham Forest team then began wearing them from 1887, and the first known use of them in a match was in 1894, in a match between Newcastle and the then Woolwich Arsenal. Eventually, FIFA clocked on that this kind of protection was pretty important for footballers. And so, in 1990, basically 100 years after Widdowson first put them on, shin pads were made compulsory. It became part of Law 4 of IFAB. That's the body responsible for setting the laws of the game internationally. But the law doesn't actually specify anything about measurements of shin pads. It just says they must be made of a suitable material and be of an appropriate size to provide reasonable protection. It's really vague, even though there have been calls for it to be changed. But for now, that's why Grealish and co can still get away with these ones, which are no bigger than a credit card and which seem to offer little to no protection whatsoever.
Okay, well, Sheen, this is my first time in this seat for a long time because I'm seemingly pressing the wrong buttons and all that. And
at least you're not pressing the dumb button.
Everybody's hearing me screaming for West Ham's next 4 fixtures. But as you correctly say, I've stopped short of pressing the dump button, which Big Al does in numerous occasions. Okay, talkSPORT Breakfast, Ally and Gabby with you this morning. Not good news, I'm afraid, for Liverpool and indeed their expensive striker Alexander Isak. Scans are expected to confirm that sadly he has a broken leg. Liverpool and Isak are still waiting an MRI scan on the injury that was suffered when Isak scored the opener at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium at the weekend. I mean, it's a real blow. I've got to say, he's had a couple of finishes. He did a lovely finish with the side foot into the bottom corner, and his finish at the weekend was good. I don't think he's been anything like the player he was at Newcastle, but there's wee signs that he was just coming to a little bit of form. Big blow for himself and Liverpool, obviously.
3-4 months, you'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, depending on the severity of the break, you know. I mean, clearly not knowing, we've got no idea, but it didn't look like the tibia, the shin bone. It looked more like is it the fibula, the other one, and they generally do heal quicker and it's less time.
Why is he not going off on the stretcher?
That was strange, yeah.
I didn't understand. Baffled me.
Strange, maybe. Well, the only way you could look at it is I don't think they were probably aware of
Walk it off.
I know, run it off, man. I don't think they're aware of the severity of the injury. I did that, man. Honest to God, I broke my leg in Portugal, right? And I was having a run in with that big he sadly passed away. Is it George Costa?
Yes.
I was having a bit of a run in with him, and they were giving us a doing. And the boy came in the other side, and I actually kicked him, believe it or not. Boy Oceana played with Sporting Lisbon. And I'm lying down there and I'm going, oh, I've done my leg in here. I'm really in a lot of pain. Right. And then old Hughie Allen, the physio, come on, I swear to God. And I didn't want him to let me know he'd hurt me, you know what I mean? So I said to old Hughie, I went, right, get me up. So he gives me a hand up, and I'm thinking, right. Then I put my weight on it, and I went, right, get me off. I just knew, man.
Straight away, didn't you?
Yes. Man, agony.
That's what Isak would have felt yesterday.
I know, I just hope. You just wish him a speedy recovery. You've got to say, wish him a speedy recovery. Okay, mate, there's still one Premier League game left before Christmas, and it's right here on talkSPORT this evening.
Full time at St James's Park. It's bouncing here for Newcastle United 2. Fulham 1.
Difficult one, disappointing the way we lost the game. It's what it is, we lost that game, we have to move on.
It's finished Forest 3, Spurs 0. Forest continuing their momentum under Sean Dyche, a 6th win in 8.
I only came in to work how I work with my staff. Never questioned other managers. It's, you know, it can happen. A run of bad results can happen in this division. You know, I've been in it long enough, and equally, you can do that the other way, and you can put wins together, you know, and go on a decent run.
Gibbs White takes a step back, runs up, right-footed, sends the keeper the wrong way, and Nottingham Forest lead by a goal to 0.
So it's 15 versus 17 tonight as Fulham and Forest look to pull further clear from relegation trouble. It's 4 wins and 6 for Sean Dyche at Forest, and ahead of this when he spoke about the upturn in form since he joined the club.
You know, I only came in to work how I work with my staff. Never questioned other managers. It's, you know, it can happen. A run of bad results can happen in this division. You know, I've been in it long enough, and it creeps up on you, and you might have an unlucky one, and you might when we have a down day, and the other team play very well, and all of a sudden you're looking and thinking, goodness me, that's a bad run all of a sudden. Equally, you can do that the other way, and especially where I do think we've got a talented side here. You can put wins together, you know, and go on a decent run. And I think we're in that zone now where, you know, the way the team are operating, the way that the players are getting fitter and stronger and coming out of injury, it gives us that more competitive edge. And they're certainly showing it in performances. You know, I was pleased with the performance with a different group in Europe, and then I was pleased with the performance, obviously, against Tottenham. So good signs of the squad mentality, not just, you know, the 11 we put out there, the whole squad, because everyone's going to be needed.
Okay, we can all get ahead to tonight's game with two-time European Cup winner with Forest. Good morning, Gary Birtles. Gary, good morning, mate.
Good morning, Gary.
How are you?
We're in top form, mate. We're in top form. Only thing I'd say to you, last 3 away games at Fulham for Forest, lost all 3, a combination of 9 goals against, 1-4. But, that said, Daichi looks as though certainly he's got them turned the corner and they'll go there with great confidence.
Absolutely. I was in Utrecht for the European game, and obviously you mentioned the difference in the squad, and that's a really good sign for him that they can go over there and win and keep in contention for automatic qualification there, and then follow it up. I mean, after the Everton game, which wasn't a great performance, the Spurs performance was particularly good.
Yeah.
And, before that, the Leeds game at home as well. So it's been difficult for players because of the number of managers. 3 managers before Christmas, each with different ways of going about training, methods of playing, systems. The players have got to get used to it again and again. You see now that the players look like they're bought into what Sean wants them to do, and you can only praise them for that.
It's important as well, isn't it, mate, that they keep getting results, because you look at the league table, Leeds flying at the moment, and West Ham, you want to pull away from them as much as possible.
Absolutely, and the players will know that. I think the Africa Cup of Nations, come at a wrong time, but I think we've only lost players to that. But every team's got players who are going to that, so it equalises itself out. But yeah, I think the confidence is there to be seen from the players. They've bought into what Sean wants them to do, and he mentioned about fitness levels, and that seems to have upped, and they look a lot fitter. But yeah, after last season, you think Forest were going to move on again. It didn't happen. The manager went early, and it does. As ex-players, how difficult it is when new managers come in, because they want things. But 2 managers, Nuno, Ange, and then Sean, you've got to sort of get on board pretty quickly as a player. And I think the players have done that, and you've got to give them great credit for that.
Gary, tell me, mate, because sometimes I don't know whether we look for excuses and things like that, but you look at the amount of games and too many games and players this and switching squads this and giving people a rest and all that carry on. I mean, you said, you touched on it, you were over in the Netherlands, and tell me if I'm wrong, it looks to me as though the Forest lads are actually embracing and really enjoying this Europa League run. And by the way, I need to tell you, mate, it wouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world to me if they won the competition.
No, why shouldn't you enjoy it? For the first time in Europe for quite a few years since manager. As a player, you know how lucky we are to play professional footballers. Not many people get the opportunity to do what we did, and you have to embrace it as long as you can. And if you don't do that, it's a waste of time playing professional football. It's a privilege to play professional football, and if you don't go out and play in Europe, they missed out on the Champions League just at the end of the season, which was a big blow. No, like you say, they've embraced it. They're enjoying it. And why shouldn't they? And we saw what West Ham did. They went and won it. Spurs, what they did. So it's possible that, that can happen.
Gary, is there anything specific that you can see watching them that Daichi has done and is doing differently?
I think I was lucky enough to play under the great Brian Clough, and what he did was clear your mind and trust you, because he chose you to go out and do what you do individually within that team ethic. That's what I think Sean's doing. He's saying to your players, go and do what you do. Like you did last season, and under Nuno, that great run we had last season. Just go and express yourself individually, but within the team, ethic, work ethic. And the players have picked up on that. Elliot Anderson, look at what. He's one of the best players you think in the country at the moment.
Yeah,
playing for the national team, and I think the way Sean and his staff, Ian Woan and Steve Stone as well, ex-Forest players, a high level. I think it's they respect that, and they can pick up on that. And as I say, if they don't, you don't deserve to be there really. But the players, like I say, you've got to give them credit, because it's not easy when 2 managers have come and gone in a short space of time. And Sean's gone in there. You know what he's like, Sean. He says what you see is what you get. It's brilliant.
Perfect.
I think Hudson-Odoi is a top player as well. Big fan of his. He scored 2 and got an assist against Spurs, didn't he? I want to see him bring consistency now, though. Can he do it 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row? You look at what Morgan Rodgers is doing at Aston Villa. Can Hudson-Odoi bring that consistency to his game?
I think he will do. You know, under what I just said, you know, he's given them the wherewithal to go out and do and express themselves as he sees fit as, you know, an individual player. And you see Amari Hutchinson as well. You know, he's come into the team and a real threat. He's not in the European squad at the moment, but, you know, his form is something else. And it goes back to last season when Alanga was there. That threat from Hudson-Odoi and Alanga was evident for everybody. That pace created absolute havoc for teams. And, you know, you've got that same feeling now that can happen again. You know, but the Fulham game, yeah, they're a bogey side, but sometimes you have to put that out of your mind and just get that off your back and win the football match. And they'll go into it after the Tottenham game with great confidence.
Gary, listen, mate, enjoy the game tonight. Have a wonderful Christmas, and hopefully I'll see you at the City Ground soon, mate.
Hopefully will. Have a great Christmas, chaps.
You too, mate.
All the best. And don't forget, you hear the final Premier League game before Christmas right here, and that is, of course, on talkSPORT this evening. Coverage gets underway at 7 with kick-off at 8. Up next, mate. Last section. It's flown in. Loved it this morning. It's time for a festive even. Where did that come from, Festus? Festive rub with Jeannie Gab. song.
I woke with a yawn in the first light of dawn, and I saw him through his disguise.
I don't think that can be beaten. I just don't think that can be beaten. Greg Lake.
You need the right playlist, though, don't you, Christmas?
Oh, yeah.
Make your own playlist. Yeah, he is.
Greg Lake of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. My sister used to love Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I can't remember the name of the album she brought. It was Greg Lake, Keith Emerson, was it Carol Palmer? I'm looking at Ed for help here. Greg Lake, Keith Emerson and Carol Palmer of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. There you go. Brilliant song. Absolutely fantastic song. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Ally and Gabby and our good friends at Arnold Clark, who have supported us year in, year out, saving your next car in the real sale. It's the UK's biggest used car sale. I'm sure you won't mind. I've got to take you back to last week, Gab, and we asked the same question to Big Al. Unfortunately for him, it didn't go just to plan.
It's this one.
Okay.
Been an awful good girl, Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby.
Brilliant, Ed. Carved them up a belter, mate, and that's how we're leaving it in Christmas.
I'll wait up for you, dear Santa.
Big baby.
We had carved them up.
Big baby.
He had the toys right out the pram. He had the toys right out the pram. It's brilliant. Right, time for a wee bit of magic.
Got an issue? Why can't you see? All you need is some help from me. Give my lamp a rub. 1, 2, 3. I'm the Gabby Genie.
Right, Gabby Genie, we're off and running. We'll know that a very good genie is able to grant 3 magic wishes. We all know that. With a wee rub of the lamp, and Genie Gab is no different. So let's find out whose dreams, I beg your pardon, are going to come true. Let me have a cheeky rub, please, Mr. Genie.
It's not good enough. It's not to go from today, not to go from Crystal Palace. There are many things they have to reflect and think you have to improve.
Right, Pep Guardiola says, oh, I'm so happy I didn't play under Pep. His Manchester City players will be weighed when they return back to training to check if they're fit enough to play against Forest on the 27th of December. Genie Gab, do you grant the City players a healthy way in and no ticking off for the...
Some advice for them. Maybe don't eat till Christmas Day. Have a great Christmas Day, Ali. Have whatever you want. Points and Aston Villa overtake you in the league. Perfect.
I'm just thinking, you'd certainly be paying a visit, right, to the you-know-where before you get weighed, wouldn't you?
Oh,
you'd be
everything.
You'd be getting rid of any
everything.
Excess.
Peppermint teas, green teas, anything, Kelly. Get them all down you the night before.
Oh, Pep, give the boys a break, man. It's Christmas. Pep, come on. Get yourself squared up, son. Right, I'm coming for another rub, Mr. Genie.
Unai Emery is the governor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, he is actually the governor.
The proper.
Arsenal fans don't want to hear this, but they would have won the league if they kept him.
Today we were playing the day 17. Wow. The day 38, still 6 months to finish the season for 5 months. And when we are in the day 34, we are going to speak again about where we are.
Now, you went early this morning, right?
Aye.
You've gone really early this morning.
Absolutely.
Are you granting at this early stage, very early, Unai Emery a statue at Villa Park?
Statue to be prepared and be brought out.
So it's in preparation.
Preparation for us winning the Europa League and finishing in the top 5 this season.
Top 5, not 4.
Do you know what, Ali? I think it will be another position because of how well the teams will do. I do think we've got a great chance in the Champions League with Arsenal, Europa League with Aston Villa, or Forest, and Conference League Crystal Palace. So you'll get the extra.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I can see English teams on the clean sweep in Europe.
100%. So that's why it'll be top 5. And if you look at our position now, I would take that.
Yeah.
Give me 5th.
It wouldn't be the biggest shock with it. I mean, I've tipped PSG to win it, but it wouldn't be the biggest shock.
Arsenal got everything in their squad to win it. So if you give me that now, win the Europa League, or the FA Cup, and finish top 5, I rip your hand
Take
off.
it. Yeah. Okay. Final rub, please, Mr. Genie.
Go on, Ed.
Spurs. They're left 13th. It's their 11th home defeat of this calendar year. More problems for Thomas Frank to work out, and more suspensions now with those 2 red cards. Quite an evening. Final score, Spurs 1, Liverpool 2.
Right, Spurs 17 home points in 13 months. Right, think about that. 17 home points in 13 months. Not since 1915 has it been that bad. In postcode N17, their fans have come to Eugenie Gab and asked you to grant them a wish of having cheaper prices on their tickets. Surely you're granting them that wish.
100%. 11 losses this calendar year for Spurs. Their fans, I was there at the Villa game, Spurs versus Villa, when Villa won. It was a lovely day out, Ali. Hospitality, the cottage pie, I tell you what, fantastic.
It's magic.
Lovely stadium to visit.
Isn't it magic?
Yes, it's a magic stadium.
It's fantastic.
But on the pitch, it shouldn't be an easy game for teams to come and have a fun time. Use your home advantage. Look at teams like Aston Villa.
Well, are they suffering? Are Spurs suffering to a certain degree the same as West Ham are suffering, in the respect they've got stadiums that are lovely to go to?
But the difference with West Ham, I look at it and I say, you're so far from the pitch as the fans. You can't build the atmosphere. That's not a problem at Spurs Stadium. Spurs need to liven up, give the fans something to shout about. I was there, Ali, at the Villa game. There was silence, the Spurs fans, because they were getting nothing off their players. Moani, 10 appearances, 0 goals, 0 assists.
I know, mate.
Do you know what I mean? Players have got to step up. Simmons, only 1 goal. Come on. Kudos, come on.
All right, we're going to finish the high. We've got to finish.
Okay.
It's this time of year now. It's Christmas, so we're getting set for a bumper week of festive fun here on talkSPORT. Here we go. I like it, Ed. Yeah, don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. This Christmas talkSPORT as you covered with over 50 live football commentaries throughout December and the festive period, Gab. We're the only place on national radio for live football on Boxing Day, including Manchester United against Newcastle, and the exclusive home of all 10 Premier League games between the 30th of December and indeed New Year's Day, my pal. There's Christmas Day NFL, and the World Darts Championship continues at Ally Pally with the remaining second round matches before Christmas. The third round will start this Saturday. How's your Christmas looking, Gab? Talk to me.
Well, I'm doing Drive tomorrow, and I'm doing Breakfast with You on Christmas Eve.
Brilliant.
And then back. I'm going to enjoy it. My sister's coming over to my house with her family, so going to have a different Christmas at mine. Looking forward to it. Yes. What about you?
I think we've got, last time I counted, I think we've got 17, man.
And counting.
Oh, there was 11 people at my Christmas table last year I didn't know. I was just inviting people in off the street, man. It was brilliant. Crackers, hats on. No, I love it. The
Lovely.
kids. And we've got our first grandchild this Christmas, which is fabulous.
I'm sure your missus will be spoiling your grandchild as well, even at that early age.
We're always spoiled. But it's going to be absolutely fantastic, mate. So I will speak to you on Wednesday.
Yes.
Have a safe journey back. And then you're back down tomorrow. You're doing Drive again.
Yes. Looking forward to it.
Good man. Thanks for
You're on
company.
tomorrow.
I'm on tomorrow. I'm back tomorrow from 6 a.m. alongside Ray Party Parlour. Gabby's on Drive, and back me Wednesday morning. Up next, Jim, Simon, and Martin and Neil. So let's have the best Christmas song ever, Ed. See you soon.